I always come in on a little intro track here.
Word.
Oh shit, that new Save Mars dropped. Let's find out.
I know I fly when I let go of what shackles me to the ground. All these things, they seem so comforting. We're in the sky when we of complacent. You never fly if the ground is where you're settling for.
Damn, this is serious. I haven't heard this yet.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. What's worth keeping?
And welcome back to the motherfucking Minds Wide Open podcast, episode 24. I am your host, Cool Hand Luke, aka Deific Educe. And I'm here with a couple cool ass cats today. To my left here, we have Wayne D in the building. His first time here. What's up, man?
What it is, everybody. Your boy Wayne D is in the building.
You want to give us your little 10-second rundown? What you about?
You know what I'm saying? I'm Mr. Wayne D, the entertainer. Call me, tell her what it is. You know what I'm saying, man? When I say entertainment, that's in everything. Singing, dancing, choreography, dancing, performing, acting, comedy.
Dope. Damn, okay. And to his left, once again, back in the building, we have Daneel.
Yeah.
The homie. What's going on, Daneel?
What's good, man?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Live.
Well, keep doing that for us, huh? And as I said, I am your host, Cool Hand Luke. And this is episode 24. You are currently listening to Vision More, the brand new drop by Save Mars. If you listen to this shit, you know I'm a Save Mars fanboy. But he's a super local cat, friend of the studio. And this is probably going to end up in Florida Vibe Directory 6. So I'm going to give myself a little fucking promo for Florida Vibe Directory 6. We drop a playlist regularly with curated, mostly Broward, but a lot of Florida. It's basically underground Florida vibes.
Nice.
And I'm very proud of it. It's super dope as a playlist. But so I was spoken to about you initially on the subject of a copyright issue. Am I wrong in remembering that?
Oh yeah, about getting your samples cleared.
Oh, yeah, man. Feel good.
What happened with that?
Yeah, listen, man, that was a long wait time of getting that cleared, man. What happened was the song Feel Good Music is actually my mom's favorite song on my album. I initially had dropped the album on a mixtape called Wayne D. The Beginning, and it got like good raves from people. The initial beat was from a producer under Janelle Monáe's people.
Oh.
Yeah, and the song never got released. So I was able to purchase the actual beat. Me and my producer, we added a few things to the beat, you know what I'm saying? And then once I started writing to it, man, it got crazy. And then as I wanted to release the album with the new version of the fully mastered track of Feel Good Music, it got blocked off of trying to be on iTunes. So when I put my album out, Wayne D. The Cosmic Funk, which is on iTunes right now, I was never able to drop a full album with that track on there. So,
And
man,
sorry, what did you say the original track was?
The original track was Feel Good Music.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, the initial track was what was the title? It was called Untitled, and I don't even think it's even on iTunes. You can't even find it.
So it's just like
So it was just
one
like
of those copyrights left in the ether that didn't fully get fleshed out.
Didn't get fully fleshed out. So therefore, once I got initial rights to the beat, we added a few things. But then it was the people, and once you, a lot of people don't know the business of music. And then when you're trying to get your music put out, the digital issues that you go through of tracks being copywritten, and you got to get he say, she say, to let it go through. And it took forever to finally get it go through, but we got it through.
About how long, actually?
The album was out almost a year and a half, before I finally got clearance to do it this year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's not even the worst that this industry has seen at all. Like, it can get so much worse than that. I've heard, horror stories of people like, whether it's, and Kanye was always the worst with this because he'll just sample anything without any regard for where it came from. And then when he's like, all right, so where the fuck did that come from again? It's like, oh, like some major Michael Jackson track that like has everybody's hand on it, and that royalty's going 76 different directions. But it gets seriously messy, and I'm in the process of making a compilation project myself to distribute right now. Okay. And I'm thinking about it like, fuck, I gotta like take all the songs from my last 3 projects that have like no samples and like, I mean, I'm self-produced, and still I gotta worry about whatever I might have used or like
samples, man. It's a killer, but it's part of the industry. That's the fun thing about making music is once you start creating and you hear something, you're in your heart. You're like, can I use it? Should I use it? But you can't stop it because I mean that's the flow of music, man. Everybody does it.
I that makes me think of the end of 2014 Forest Hills Drive when he's talking about how difficult it was to clear the samples. Yeah. Like he didn't submit his album, text for the album booklet in time.
Right.
But he was still recording the music. Like he had to have that submitted before the final. So in the final recording on the final track, he's like, "Fuck it, this is the credits right now. If this is roll credits. If you don't want to listen to this, you can walk out to a theater." But then he starts like talking about all his thanks and all that. But then he's going in on how long it took to get some of the samples cleared.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure the major one he's talking about is I can't think of the No Role Models.
Okay.
The
yeah. I heard that.
And that's
we played that one. We played that one at the arena, I think, one time.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. It's a huge single.
Yeah.
Even still, and that was 2014. You know what I mean? But basically, it can get nightmarish. And his whole concept behind that was just like, yo, if you like created this, it was because you were inspired by somebody else.
Exactly.
Let somebody else be inspired by you.
Exactly,
like we'll give you your cut, but like stop resisting. You're not that fucking special.
Yeah.
The best musician in the world is not that special.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's making sure everybody gets their cut, man. We're talking about the publishing.
That's it.
That's all it is.
I'm not saying not to give them their cut, but like to
block
ultimately prevent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's pure
Yeah,
ego.
the blocking of, letting someone release their art, man, that was the toughest part. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even performing it, I don't know if D told you, I'm the drum major for the Heat Street Band. Shout out to the Heat Band. Yeah, man. And thankfully to the band director, Mike Randall, he was able to talk to some of the representatives to actually allow them to let me do my first show there.
I actually have a friend that was drumming for the Heat at one point. I wonder if it would be Blake Hugh is actually his name. Hough. Shout out to Blake.
Shout out to Blake, man.
He's a cool homie. He lives in the northern part
Place
of Florida right now. But yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, shout out to Blake.
Bro.
Yeah, I came up rapping with him in high school, and that's like he was the one that I came across after I separated with my little group that I started with. And that was where I was first like, oh, shit, like this competition between us is really improving both of us.
Right.
So, shout out to Blake Natural. That's the homie right there in Tally.
Shout out to him.
But, excuse me. So what led you to actually drum majoring in that scenario?
Man.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a crazy story when it came to the Heat Band. I was initially asked to join the Heat Band when I was in high school. But at that time, I was working my night job at Miami Grill.
Oh, okay.
I was like a kid in high school, man. My thing is my parents, both my parents, I'm blessed to have them in my life. Growing up, I'm the only boy of 4 kids.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So my dad was like, look, man, you gotta grow up, and you gotta grow up to be a man.
Where are you in that lineup?
I'm the third.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm the third. So it sucks, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I deal with it. Everybody was like, man, to grow up with just all women in the house, even the pets was females. The first dog we had, female.
That's funny.
The first cat, you know what I'm saying? It was my cat. Her name was Midnight, rest her soul. She passed away a few years ago. Yeah, man, it was just weird growing up in a house like that, but I got through it. My dad, he's a truck driver, so he was always on the road. But for some reason, music always applied to me because he was a trumpet player. He went to FAMU. He went to Carroll City. Shout out to Carroll City, Miami. You already know, Dade County. And he played trumpet there at Carroll City High. He went to FAMU, so he was part of the Marching 100. And also, my mom, she was a dancer, you know what I'm saying? So she actually auditioned for the Dolphins. She made it, and then pregnant with my older sister, so a lot of the dreams, the aspiration in dancing and music, it just comes from them. It all stems from them. So
yo, that's got to be one of the most Floridian backstories
I've
ever heard.
It's crazy,
like,
man.
seriously.
Trust me, man. So it's we born and raised Floridians, man. We've been here,
no doubt about that.
And we keep the heart of the city within the Demps family. Shout out to the Demps family. That's my family. Holla at you. Team Wayne D always. But what got me into the Heat band was when they asked me, and I was working. I was working in school. I was trying to worry about paying for, just having money lined up. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to get my first car. So I had to turn it down. I couldn't do it. But as time went on, hours went to school, came back home, working. I was like, I want to get back into the entertainment world and dance and stuff like that because I've always been a dancer, from my mom, dancing at the church, you know what I'm saying, and dancing outside at the parks and stuff like that. So I always was like, I got to use my talents. I'm a drummer. You know what I'm saying? So I initially joined the Heat band as a drummer. I played tenor. You know what I'm saying? I played tenor at South Broward High. Shout out South Broward, Hollywood.
And tenor would be the 5.
No, that's like quads.
Oh, okay.
But tenor is like the middle tone of you got your snare, you got your bass drum, you got the tenor.
I only understand where tenor is vocally, so I can equate that.
A tenor would be like, boom.
Got you.
Yeah, so we play sometimes down like this or uprights. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I initially got into the band. But then they found out I was a dancer because of my boy Brian Cortez, who actually got me in the band. Now, he went to South Broward too and initially tried to get me in the band. But I told him I was working. So when I joined the band, he was like, nah, man, just, keep cool and, just let them know you can dance. And I'm like, nah, I'm not coming in the band to try to take, anybody's spot. I'm just coming in because I'm just happy to be in the Heat band. It's like, I heard about the Heat band for so many years. They tried to get me to join initially. It never happened. But, this is my opportunity to just be there. You know what I'm saying? But the very first show of the season, we were actually doing Opa Gundam style. It's a huge. You can go on YouTube now and check out Heat Street Band Logic and check out the video. It massive. Like we even had one of the bass drum players dress up like what's the name of the singer? Psy. He dressed up like Psy and everything, man. And at the rehearsal, they found out I can dance. Okay. So next thing you know, I just started going in, pop locking and stuff. And then the other drum major, shout out to AJ, who's now just my best friend. Like literally, like he's still in the Heat band with me now. Other drum major too. He was like, "Yo, man, let's do this. Let's do the show with him, and we'll dress up and da-da-da-da." And we killed that show, man. That show got thousands of hits, man, on YouTube. The Heat, man, they loved it. That got big race, and that started the Heat band career. I've been there for 6 years now.
That's awesome,
man. Yeah, man, I've been there through the whole LeBron, the Big 3 era, man, the championship run. It's
great time.
Parade. Oh, man, trust me. Awesome time, dude. Awesome time. And musically, it kept me, and I started to grow myself within the Heat organization, just talking to certain people, shout out to Claire, shout out to Crystal, who are some of the performance reps for the Heat. And they handle the Heat band, OD Goldies, and, stuff like that. And they got word that I was a singer and I do other stuff on the outside. And that's when it comes to the Heat band director, Mike Randall, who gave them the call and not like, let's give him a try, let him do his thing. So it ended up, it was there for that performance, man. We got some footage from it.
They played the Celtics. Whooped them.
Yes, we did.
I'm mad at it.
Man. That was what?
Be, but I'm not.
Was that? That was in November. It was the day before Thanksgiving.
Oh shit!
When I got that show, yeah, that gig was crazy, man. And I ended up performing Feel Good Music.
Oh damn!
Yeah, Feel Good Music, and then I did my hit single, Hey. Everybody dropping. I had like the whole crew there, man. I had my boy Tay G. Shout out to Tay G. He's on that track. That's on iTunes. You can check that shit out. Now it's crazy. The crowd was into it, man. Like they vibe with me, man, because of the dancing and singing at the same time. Being able to perform that way, it was something different, and it really made the Heat take notice. Like, oh man, this Cat Wayne, he kind of tight, man. We can look at him and see.
Yeah, you got a couple things going on, and you're not bad at any of them. You're gonna get noticed, right?
It all stems. I hope so, man. Look, I tell people, man, everything has a timing. And when it happens, man. I was blessed. I told people, I said, it got to the dark times where, things went on in my life personally where I dropped and lost a lot of things, and I just felt like it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But God will take you through some stuff, man. I tell people, I'm like, I'm not the biggest spiritual person, but my parents brought me up in the church, and I keep myself prayed up with them. My family, they definitely had my back. It wasn't easy getting them on my back of a musician and a aspiring artist, because a lot of people don't know when it comes to artists out here, family, it's the toughest ones to grasp
a lot of the time,
passion,
absolutely.
Because they're like, dude, it's so many people out of a million that want to try to make it, and you think you can be that one. And I said, why can't I? It's so much talent in my family. My older sister, she's a bomb singer at the church, man. My mom sings in the choir. She's the leader of the dance team there. My sister's there. My youngest sister, who's under me, she's at Bethune-Cookman right now. Shout out to Cookman Wildcats. You already know. Hell, Wildcats. Yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of shout-outs.
Nah, you good.
Just letting the people know. But yeah, man, it's like I told him, I said, I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I got my pride back together. I started back over, and I became a new Wayne D. Cut my hair. I had long braids. Everybody was like, dude, what the heck is going on? What you doing? Out of nowhere, I just cut my hair. You know what I'm saying?
Just hit that rebrand switch real heavy.
I got word of, like you got to rebrand yourself. One thing as an artist is if you don't grow, your music has to grow, but as an artist, you also has to grow. You got to grow as a person.
I feel like that's what a good artist is like realizing I got to grow as a person, and then that's just going to translate into the art anyways.
Exactly.
I feel like if you grow as a person, but it doesn't affect your art, then you're a craftsman, not an artist.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't disrespect your craft. You might be killer at it, but I see this as a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got art and you got craftsmanship.
Right.
Art, you got your Andre 3000. Craftsmanship, you got, like, your Drake.
I mean, you put that craftsmanship there.
Yeah.
That's hard for craftsmanship, man. That's a knock on craftsmanship.
No, not at all.
It's not
at all.
It's not, though.
Because you need both. That's like saying I'm knocking dark because light exists. You need both.
I mean, because if you think about it, like this. For every performer, every singer, every rapper, they need a producer. So that producer is the art right there. He starts off the art.
All right.
Yo, let him get his off, man.
No,
I'm already agreeing. I'm already conceded to the issue. I'm let him explain.
No, because I agree also what you said too, though, but you gotta think it like this. My producer, shout out to Cash Marley, you already know what time it is, YCEMG. I
love producer shout outs.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's a good thing. Like, producers don't get shout out enough.
They don't get no love, trust me. Like I know.
Engineers.
Yeah. Engineers don't either. And shout out to my brother Jarrell.
Shout out to the motherfuckers that make you sound good.
That make me sound good even though I can do it. Because, you got to give love to the artists who, you know what I'm saying? Because artists we don't get no love until we finally get that clout. Till the industry finally sees, oh, this person's worth something. And that's when the people that should have been sticking with you from the beginning, that's when they finally jump on and be like, oh, snap. Trust me, I felt that vibe a little bit.
Maybe there's a couple other, like, little veins of this scene that you could tap into.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the people that I know right now kind of push against that grain. Like, you're, shout out to the Minds Wide Open family of people like your Lil Fortnites and your Jamon Creeks, your Zanayas, your Save Mars. They're all extremely supportive and loving of each other, even though none of us are there yet. And I know who the legends of 10 years from now are going to be in the music industry. Like, I know a couple of them at least.
Yeah.
You talk about Broward County, I know who's going to fucking be on.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
It's some Broward County players out here, man. Shout out. Bruh, it's so many I can shout out right now. It would be a full list of them.
I've been trying to talk Wayne into creating. I've been trying to talk Wayne into creating that same scene for R&B and producing grown folk music.
Yo, the R&B scene is starting to
right
actually
now,
it's coming.
get serious here.
It's coming. Yo, biggest shout out to my bro BJay. You know what I'm saying? Julius Boy. Y'all can find him on Facebook. You can find him on IG. What is it? Underscore BJay? Underscore BJay. This cat, man, is a singer. He was at Iguanas last night, killing. I had to work, unfortunately, last night. But shout out to THG. That's the whole crew that was there last night with my boy BJay. And he was ripping, man. Like, his vocal cords are stupid. stupid. And me and him got a track coming soon. Trust me, a lot of music is getting ready to come out for the R&B scene that a lot of people say R&B is dead. It's not dead. It's just the fact that it's...
whoever those people are,
they
I
trash.
don't know what the fuck they
trash,
talking about.
because it's not. It's just it's a different wave in music right now.
This is the universe. I literally didn't mean to do this, but I accidentally just touched my phone and look at the hashtag I clicked. R&B is not dead.
Wow.
R&B's not.
I swear to God, that was a total
Look at
accident.
that.
I'm talking about for as far as the live scene goes, man. I think you
Yeah.
definitely have the live entertainment down, and
But-
you get that in a couple clubs.
I just wanted to give a little shout out to RnB.
RnB.
Like R&B.
Bay.
They're a cool little collective of Florida R&B artists. So that's how I've been like, oh wow, this is alive down here. Like because they started messing with Zanaya, who's like
Word.
family here.
Yeah,
I love Zanaya, and she's a bro. If you haven't heard her yet, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
You'll be instantly hooked.
Yeah.
Tremendous fucking R&B vibes. But yeah, shout out to RnB Collective
RnB.
on Instagram. I would
already
follow them if I were you, and into R&B, especially of the Florida variety.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Nah, man, you good, man. It's your show, man. You talk, man. I'm
All
just
I
here
do is
enjoying
talk.
the
That's
vibe.
why I have people
Hey,
here.
man. Nah, man, but I just feel like back to the producers, man. Like, producers do not get love because there's so much in the background, and they're one of the biggest reasons a lot of artists make it today, and a lot of artists don't show love.
So
that's
how do
why I
you
always-
feel about how the current scene is, though? Because the producer's biggest weakness right now, even more so than the rapper, is saturation. There are so many of both, but the thing is, rappers need producers.
Yeah.
Producers don't need rappers.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So even though they have the leverage, they're all still out there because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
They give up all their leverage still at the same time. And there's a million great free beats that you could,
Go get on
access
YouTube.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Problem is, you make a crazy track to that, you don't even know who fucking produced it.
Exactly, bro. If somebody send you the link, like, yo, bro, use this beat. I've had it a million times. I'm like, look, the complicated situation with that is that it's complicated. To use someone else's track on YouTube, I've gone through it with a lot of friends, and I tell them, like, look, man, you can go to my producer. You don't even have to go to my producer. I know some other producer friends, that I can shout you out to, and you go talk to them if you feel like my producer's not the one for you. But go get someone, vibe with them, and make a banger for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because then that way, I, as myself, put an album on iTunes, and every last song is my producer's in mine. I'm like very hands-on when it comes to my music, because I tell people, I say, as an artist, how can you expect your fans to feel your music if you don't feel it yourself?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yo, that's where you get back into the craftsman side of things. I feel like that's what epitomizes someone who's on the craftsman side of the spectrum is they can make music disconnected from themselves, going, I know y'all are going to fuck with this. I don't even care about it.
Yeah, true.
That's how I look at a craftsman. It's like you might be able to kill it, but your motivation is the people you're making it for, not yourself. And I feel like the artist is more introspective, so they got to make it for them because they can't help it.
Exactly.
That's why they're more experimental and why they do things like make a dope sound that the mainstream then falls in love with, and then they fucking depart from it. They can't help but be like, I know that y'all liked that, but that was last year, and I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
If y'all want me, this is the trajectory of me.
Exactly.
If y'all want the same thing, go listen
Go listen to that.
go listen to my old album.
Exactly.
Quote Jay-Z.
I mean, I ran into the same thing. My bad. You for Sandy?
No, I'm just saying, conceding y'all point.
Yeah.
You guys definitely laid it down. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, it's all love, but
But
it's
like
the
on
understanding.
on the YouTube beat type producer vibe, like the biggest song in the world right now is a YouTube fucking beat.
Yeah.
The biggest song in the world, which let's take a quick acknowledgement of that. Fucking Old Town Road has just broke every single
bro.
record.
Oh my god.
Every
bro.
single record that streaming has ever set.
It's not,
Yeah.
That shit is not country.
I don't care if it's
But
country
it's
or
bumping,
not.
though.
It's the number
It's
one
bumping, though.
song in the world.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
it's big. No, that was a perfect play because being Broward County boys, we've seen plenty lifted 350s and 3500s,
True.
banging trap music anyway.
Shout out to Davey.
It was perfect. That hit. That's the first time I heard it live was some motherfucker in a lifted 350. I mean, so as far as hitting,
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if Florida played a big role in putting that song somewhere.
tell you, hitting the vein, hitting.
Like we're the swing state for more than politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
I
are,
live
man.
pretty much in Davie proper, man. Nah, they bang trap all the time. It was perfect. He put it out in a position. Then it got hit with the controversy that just blew it up.
Right.
So it's a set and setting, man. Set and setting. I'll do it. Thank you, sir.
But yeah, man.
It's just not country.
But it's hitting though.
See, I like this debate because I don't have a side. You know what I mean? Like, I understand.
So what
where
kind of title do we
everybody's
put
coming
it?
from.
What kind of title do we put it as?
See, because what?
Country pop?
No, we won't
Con-
get
country
pop.
hop?
Not even.
Well, I mean, that's what we call.
They got a lot of
All right,
country
see,
anyway.
I think that kind of brings up my main issue with this, though, right? Is like so much of the country music shouldn't fall under country
Yeah, it's
music.
pop. A lot of
It's
it
true.
is pop.
If you're gonna take him out, take off half of those Taylor fucking Swift
Swift.
songs, like
Carry. Well, I would say Carry On.
all the Miley songs. She
Oh,
is
yeah.
the epitome of like, let me do the modern version of the older vibe,
Yeah.
but not exactly actually the older
Shout
vibe.
out to Miley Cyrus though, because she
I
came
ain't
strong
mad at it.
with
I'm
her,
just saying.
with her clapback with, saying, I couldn't do anything else with the hip hop vibe. I gotta, change it up. A lot of people call that culture vulture. I wouldn't call that. I was just saying she was riding a wave that she got from people.
I'm kind of somebody that hates the term culture vulture because it's used.
They're out there though, but I
Yeah,
mean,
they are out there,
yeah.
but the people who call them out are only always doing so. I shouldn't blanket statement that, but most of the time where I've seen someone call someone a culture vulture, I'm like looking at the situation,
somebody doing something
going,
whack.
hey, this is you having your issue with someone that's personal. And in order to get everyone on your side, you use that phrasing so that everyone's like, oh, yeah, they're a culture vulture. Fuck them, blah, blah, blah. When really the source of this issue is just that you had a problem personally with the person.
Yeah, it
You know what I mean?
follow
Like,
the trend.
Leo Cohen may be a piece of shit, but I don't think Dame Dash is right in everything he says. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's genuinely how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, I could really see Leo Cohen being a piece of shit. He comes off like one for me, but I also understand like his justifications and perspective within his head. Whereas Dame Dash, I feel like has a real personal issue with him, like a blood feud at this point
it's
almost.
boiling. It been there.
And it's insulting to culture, in my opinion, to rally culture behind your personal fucking tiff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he's a culture vulture. I need all of you to fucking support me and hating him. When realistically, it's like y'all had some bad business dealings.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I guess like she just didn't want to work with the person because they wanted her to do something else even more, that she just didn't want to do.
And that shit's
You know,
hard.
and
That
it
shit's
is.
hard in America. Just
Yeah.
culturally, it's hard in America. Again, that style of music, that appeal of trap music is not unfamiliar to a lot of those boys.
But-
not at all.
It definitely. Like,
So-
do you feel like it should be considered a country or no?
No, it's not a country track. But again,
But do you feel like there's a disconnect between the other things that are considered country?
yeah.
Like, what are the parameters that they said make it not qualify as country?
Wait, what do you mean? I mean, as far as musical theory,
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
one of
they
them.
had to have
Music
a
theory,
rubric of some sort to be like.
music theory wise, he's got horses in the back. Like niggas never had. Like they got country niggas, man. They've got black cowboys, and it's been part of the culture forever.
Right.
Forever. Yo, like more than 35%. The facts, more than 35%.
So you're saying the
of cowboys-
parameter was skin color?
More than
'Cause
more than-
that's
not-
obviously the point,
I'm
right?
not trying to say because Darius Rucker, Hootie and the Bluff, Hootie been in it, man. They've got a couple of the guys that have done that have been doing country music
Right.
as black dudes, and they're big.
But they went through the country channels.
Yeah, he just came out with a trap. He just
The
came
country
out with a trap
people
song about
are
having horses in the
mad.
back.
This is like the same way that comedians would get mad at someone who just like blew up off Instagram and didn't really do the comedian circuit. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
and it's like that now.
you're wrong. You're just egotistical about it.
Speaking of the comedy-
stand-up is even harder.
Stand-up's hard. I think a lot of people take stand-up for granted, but also some people are just not meant to do stand-up. This is my take on a lot of the comedy that goes out because a lot of people consider me a
Yo, I
comedian
didn't
and
intend
I'm
for
not.
this transition, but I love it because I'm comedy obsessed. So.
Oh man, no, we're gonna go around the circuit, man. We're gonna go to one thing, go to another.
Sorry, go on.
We vibe, man. But nah, well, first of all, hold up. Let's give a shout out to Land Shark.
Are they paying me?
I don't know. Let's try to get that check though.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do better with the local breweries.
Yeah,
as far as that's
just saying, we
concerned.
might not get
if
that
I can
check,
get that
but
Margaritaville sponsorship,
you
though,
never
I'll fucking
know.
take it.
I'm just
Yo, this is
saying.
better than Corona.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Let's get that check. You know? But anyway,
It's not though. It's not.
What are we talking about now?
We're about to talk about stand-up.
Stand-up. With stand-up comedians, look at it with Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
When she had her show down here.
That was that time where it was okay.
It kind of broke. She was about to go in and get somebody to compatriate, but it didn't happen. She took the high road and she was like, "Hey, man, look, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like me, there's the door. We still gonna have a good time here." And I respect her for that.
Yeah.
I tell people, I said, look at this. Look at the movies that she's done. I said, maybe you just gotta realize she's maybe just a better, movie comedian than a stand-up comedian. You can be a good movie comedian.
So I think what
not do stand-up,
the influence that causes so many comedians that maybe shouldn't be doing stand-up to want to do it is like the cult of comedy is deep.
Yeah.
Like they
Very
take
deep.
their shit so seriously and they love themselves.
I mean, because
and their shit. And don't get me wrong, I am comedian obsessed. Like I follow closely, and I don't usually talk about this, but I have aspirations. Like I was going to be a comedian before I was going to be a musician, and I still intend to be one. I just decided to reverse the trajectory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But honestly, I really think that the cult vibe of the real comedians are stand-ups is what causes people maybe who shouldn't be doing stand-up to stay in that vein or continue to look for that approval among their peers and their community of craftsmen, because comedians are brutal, man. Like it's fun, but god damn, they could be savage. And so if that strong of an influence is the people you're around regularly, you're gonna want to stay ingratiated with them. And I really believe that maybe if she's I haven't watched her act, so I really don't know.
You should check. I mean, I think she's funny. I tell people, I said sometimes you can get a lot from an actor in different movies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's funnier in this one, or maybe you feel like she's doing the same thing in this movie. I mean, they feel the same way about Kevin Hart, sometimes about Cat Williams, sometimes about Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? They feel the same thing about Lil Duval. Look at Lil Duval. Shout out to Lil Duval. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that story in a few later. But shout out to Lil
Sounds like
Duval.
I need to be put up on game.
He was, he's a comedian, but, he did his different style of, comedy a different way. Just like every comedian. Look at social media. Social media was the biggest platform for anybody. Any person that's trying to do art right now, social media is the biggest platform to go to. There's so many different social media comedians. They have a social media awards now. Look at that.
It's because of personality, though. Social media is driven by personality. Who's got more personality than a superb stand-up. So it works. Yeah.
Well, I think that may have used to have been the case, but at the same time, I think that there's really obvious situations where certain people are funnier online and certain people are funnier on stage.
As far as content-wise.
Like, do y'all follow Funny Marco, I think is his name?
He does the things in the stores.
He always goes to Walmart, yeah.
Yeah,
I love that
he's
shit.
Hilarious, bro.
He is fucking hilarious.
He do the words for songs.
He'll walk up to people and just like dead ass serious, look them in the face and go.
That's just the new gag comedy, bro.
But
it's funny,
exactly.
though.
But a million people are doing it, and his face is funny doing it, and a million other people's aren't.
Yeah, exactly. It's his niche.
I don't give a fuck about that. That's like saying, yo, there's a million rappers. I don't want to listen to rap. No, it's like some fucking rappers are dope and some are trash and need to stop.
Yeah.
Funny Marco is funny as fuck.
He is funny.
Funniest in Philly is the other one.
Especially when he get the old people in the
my
store.
God.
Oh man, bro, he be killing me, bro. It's good because he do it right in the morning. I guess he like tapes the night before. He's like, nah, I'm gonna just drop the funny in the morning and let everybody just roll to that. And you're laughing at it all day. It's comedians like that. Like even shout out to Tony Baker. I don't know if you heard of Tony Baker. He's hilarious.
The name sounds familiar.
He does the
voiceovers.
The voiceovers. Like I know you've seen it's on Facebook. He does with the cat chasing the guy with the oven mitt. I don't do oven mitts, man.
I've been saying that, but that's not funny.
No, it's hilarious, bro. His catchphrases are crazy, bro. He got one. I just did it before, like Patrick. It's funny. Living lavishly, stuff like that. No, he put it.
I'm laughing at it, and I don't even know the content.
I'm telling you, y'all shout out to Tony Baker, man. Go on his IG. You know what I'm saying? And he will have you rolling for days.
I'm gonna have to follow that
Trust
one
me,
too.
it's hilarious.
Tony Baker.
Tony Baker comedy. It's hilarious, bro. He just got
I'm
that
doing
check
that
mark
right now.
Hopefully your boy Wayne D get one. Hey, shout out to the team Wayne D, Ranger Gang, THG, YCMG. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for staying live with me. And whoever is on the podcast listening, shout out to the boss, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't need my head blown up at all.
Trash. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to everybody that's listening, though. I love all 10 of you.
All of you.
And in 4 years,
Y'all the real
like
ones.
when it's a few thousand, looking back to the first episodes that used to be kind of trash,
Exactly.
I'm going to be loving you too, because y'all see where I'm at now.
Exactly.
Trust me, I saw it at this point.
It's going to be lit, man. But pertaining to comedy, man, like, just give people their due, man. Let people...
Do you have a favorite comedian?
No, because there's so many of them out there that I can't just say, you know, I have a favorite one.
I feel like there's something about that question that's just like so different from the best rapper question because you're not like tying your ego to it in a sense of like this is who's actually best. It's just it's so much more acceptable to say something that no one else says because it's a more acknowledged that it's about compatibility than quality. And I feel like music is the same. Music is about compatibility more than quality, but it's less known. Because in comedy, what makes you laugh is what makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Period.
You got a funny bone that's going to get tickled sooner or later.
And that's why I don't even judge comedians that I don't like. Because if someone else likes them, it's like, fuck, do your thing. Make your fucking money. Go tour. Kill that shit.
Like, think about it. Ja Rule.
The only things
The funny stuff that come from that comedy between him and 50 Cent is hilarious.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He is trash, though, but it's funny. I mean, 50 has no seal. Like, he doesn't care. But it's so funny to me.
That's why we really love him, though. Like,
yeah. He's doing comedy. People don't realize he's actually being a comedian just behind the scenes. Y'all don't realize he's trying to do funny stuff on purpose because it gets the day to go by. If you don't that's what comedians do for me. They get your day to go by. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider myself a comedian, but people think I am. I don't try to be. Like, I feel like I'm just naturally being myself, I'm Wayne D, who's an entertainer, who's a singer, who just so happens just to be.
There is something else about the entertainer vibe that's like interchangeable with a lot of comics and musicians, where you still have the same objective, you still have the same like mission plan in your fucking mode, and it still comes down to that same like, oh yeah, I do like being, you know, a piece of attention for people, but reciprocating that with entertainment at the same time. Exactly. And I feel like, man, shout out to fucking Gambino. And Jamie Foxx. Who like...
Damn, boy, out here,
shout out to Jamie Foxx.
Shout out to anyone who can murder in both music and comedy because that's my dream world. You know what I mean?
Jamie, bro. Jamie is a killer, man. I listen, shout out to my boy DJ M. Dot, man, who's actually one of Jamie Foxx's DJs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's actually the DJ
dope.
at the Miami Heat Arena for the Heat.
Dope.
At AAA. And he vibes with him every summer, man. He goes out, man, and does everything. But Jamie, man, he's like the ultimate one up of who I like to be.
Such talent. He's fucking
talented,
ridiculous.
bro. And he has no. I won't say he has no limits, but his ceiling is so high because he can do everything. Jamie can play keyboard, he can sing, he can write, he can make you laugh for stupid stuff out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like. He can be in concert singing, and then he start cracking jokes to somebody in the front row, like, "Ooh, look at her teeth! Oh my gosh!" You know what I'm saying? But I love it,
and that's why. Oh man, like I feel like so many musicians could be comedians, but other way around. So many comedians could potentially be musicians, but most musicians could not be comedians. At least the kind of comedian that I respect, because in the modern state. There's a war on comedy right now, man, culturally. Like, it kills me that this offended culture is really, like, having an effect on the shit that makes me laugh.
Because you got to put it in a perspective like this. The world has changed, man. I mean, like, it's not the same, man. I mean, I just turned 29 again. And
again?
Yes.
Nice.
I just turned 29.
How many times now?
This is my first time.
Oh, nice.
First time turning 29.
Oh, dope.
Yes,
Usually it was like 4 or 5.
It was lavish. the world is, I'm not going to say sensitive, but I'll say
I think sensitive would be appropriate.
it is appropriate. Yeah.
It's not insulting. It's a fact.
It's a fact. I think people are entitled to their opinion a little bit more, and the biggest effect of that is social media. Honestly, it's the reason we live for at times, but it's also the reason that's killing us at the same time.
It's exactly that, though.
Yeah, because
when you tie it back to entitlement, then you really start to understand what's going on. When things are good, people get entitled.
Yeah.
Things have been good for a while here. Yeah. Like, when's the last major recession that we've been through? Like, everyone my age just kind of doesn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we all need to be punched in the face a little bit. You know, take 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah, just to get your mind back right. You know what I'm saying? To get that focus again.
Just to be humbled.
Yeah.
Like,
which is
everybody's got to be humbled in the sense of your opinion isn't all that.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, it's really not.
Yeah.
I will say my opinion, but guess what? It really ain't shit. It's one dude.
Yeah.
I'm one guy. And
exactly.
If you're really putting yourself above others' opinions like that, then your disservice is strictly to yourself, because all you're doing is inhibiting growth and awareness. But now I'm just going to go on a philosophical tangent.
Cool. Nah, man.
No, I was about to say you were already on it, man.
Yeah, we're already there, bro. We're already there.
Art as ultimate expression, art as the hero's journey. But, you know, we're not trying to get into that.
No, that's exactly what we're trying to get into.
I put a post up something like that the other day on Facebook. I said, somebody heard it. I forgot. Either I heard it from a movie or a book or something. It said, every man is a hero to his own story.
Yeah.
I love that quote.
That Joseph Campbell, man. He's awesome.
And then it's one from years ago.
Look, did you see that low-key flex?
Yeah, right?
Joseph Campbell.
Just
we see you. You think we don't see you, but we see you, D.
Trash.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get into too deep a conversation. I gotta do this DJ set in Palm Beach.
Here he goes, continuing with the low-key flexes, ignoring the fact that that's exactly what I was talking about.
A little bit, so I gotta try to not get too deep. You know,
no, that's cool. That's cool.
Keep it service level, boy. You know.
All right, we'll continue to keep it service level while I go relieve myself real quick.
Okay. But yeah, man, I just think what were we talking about?
Well, you just
we in so much.
Quote.
Oh, hitting with quotes. Well, yeah, like every man is a hero to his own story. Or another one that I use for a lot of people, because a lot of people, I don't try to consider myself a motivational person. I'm just naturally happy.
Yeah, man, he's a motivational speaker.
That's what I be saying. I don't know what they be coming with this crap, bro. I be like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You trash. But I tell them, people go through tough times. You know, and it's hard, man. I tell them, like, look, man, I've been through it, bro. And I'm still young. You know what I'm saying? I've seen my parents go through it for years, and they still stuck with it. And I'm like, I can do the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be that strong person in my family because I'm the only boy anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. It's just naturally my dad brought me up that way, even though he was on the road so much. But he instilled that into me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that quote I heard: "Tough times don't last, tough people do." And it's a song he used to sing in church. Literally was "Trouble don't last always." Like, the church would go nuts when my dad sang that song, you know what I'm saying? Because if you listen to the words of the song, it's like, that's the thing when it comes to music. People tend to not listen to the music. They listen to the beat of a song, which shout outs to the producer again for making a banger track. I mean, it's given, you know what I'm saying? But within them listening to that track, to that beat, they accidentally listen to the lyrics of a song. I'm being real. I keep it 100. Every artist can relate to that, you know what I'm saying? People don't tap into that the lyrics until they're like so deep into the song, like, oh, that's my jam. That they so happen to know the words to the song, and that's what happens. We hear stuff on the radio, and they play it so much that you're not even listening to the lyrics. You listen to that beat. Ooh, let me turn my radio up. I'm for the jam to that. Ooh.
That's why most music is about vibe and not lyrics.
About vibe. They don't listen to the lyrics.
You know what's my ultimate version of that though? Is proof that I haven't been listening to the lyrics all the time my whole life. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream is the most profound song in the world. And I didn't realize until like a year ago. So that just kind of goes, it's about vibe more than
take it
content
like this
until
one.
you catch up.
Take it like this one. Was it Gunner? Gunner, son? You know Gunner? It's a track that he did. Everybody know the track. 6 foot, 7 foot with Lil Wayne.
That was Gunner?
Yeah. That was what? Was it Gunner? His son. It was his son. Young Gunner.
Really?
Yeah. No, it wasn't
6
Young
foot,
Gunner,
7
was it?
foot?
It was Gunner, right?
6 foot, 7 foot was just him and Corey, wasn't it?
My drama bean and the drama bean. Like the word he said.
That's Corey.
Was it?
That's Corey Guns.
That's Corey Guns. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Corey Guns.
Okay.
All right.
Yo, Corey Guns is immaculate.
Ooh, he got
Super
flow.
slept
He
on.
got flow. Who was it? Was it his line or was that Lil Wayne? He said real G. Yeah, real G's moving silence like lasagna.
That's Wayne.
Ooh, that song, that right there, man. Real G's moving silence like lasagna. Like, and a lot of people don't realize there is a G in lasagna. And shout
They
out.
realized that day.
Yeah, yeah,
Learning them.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shout out to the old school singers who actually taught us words back in the day to learn how to spell. Because I remember back in the day, if it wasn't for RESPECT, find out what it means to me, I would have never known how to spell respect for nothing, bro. When I was a jit, bro, I'm being dead serious. Like I'm in school, like, oh man, how you spell respect?
Got that boy through spelling bee.
How do you spell RESPECT? Find out what it means to me. Exactly.
Yo,
Come on now.
Who was the original writer of that song? I forget.
Who was?
Because Otis Redding.
Oh, okay.
Otis Redding wrote that song.
Okay.
Which actually makes way more sense when you think
Shout
about
out
it.
to the Queen, man. Rest in
Because
peace.
obviously, R.I.P. Aretha Franklin,
You
and I
already know.
super grew up on Aretha
Oh,
Franklin.
what? Come on now.
But if you really are examining the words and the time period and the person singing it, you're like, this doesn't fully add up.
True.
Until you realize that Otis Redding initially wrote it. And it's like, oh, okay, that lines everything up with the time period and how women were treated,
Yeah,
etc.
exactly.
Word.
Show some respect.
And she definitely turned that around a little
yeah.
bit, that with that just like empowerment for
Yeah,
women.
her
That was
voice, man.
one of the major pieces of
That's-
empowerment to start shit off there.
Yeah. Shout out to the ladies out here, man. Shout out to all the women out here doing your thing. You know, we salute y'all, man. Fellas don't get no love, but it's okay. Shout out to the queens.
You rapping?
You wrapping
I
up,
gotta-
bro?
I gotta slide.
Oh, he got to go make that money.
Young
though.
D got to go handle business.
Yeah,
Yo,
what that
I
money?
appreciate y'all being here,
Yeah,
though,
man.
man.
You
It was
already know.
great meeting you. And
You already know, man.
I wasn't even close to done with talking to you, so I'm definitely trying to get you back here
Oh, yeah.
whenever you're
Oh, yeah, I'm
available.
coming back, man. Oh, you want to?
Oh, Jay, I mean, BJ been here the whole time. Why didn't you try to get on before?
What? Ask him. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all are about.
Yeah,
like,
we here. We
He's
vibing.
like,
We
man, like
vibing.
chilling.
Oh, yeah?
It's up to
But,
you.
I mean,
Oh, so
yeah.
you just outies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
got to go
yeah,
make that
yeah.
money.
Yeah, no, that's
He gotta
cool.
go make that
Well,
money.
we piece it. We
Reschedule,
piece
man.
it to
I'm gonna
Daneel.
do that this weekend. Hey, bro, don't forget we got the 420 party this weekend on Saturday.
Oh, word.
I plugged that. Yo, shout out to THG, man. We got a huge 420 party this Saturday.
THG?
Starts at THG, man. That's the herbal group. We all fly.
Safe, man.
Shout out to the big bro, man. Fresh, we miss you, bro. We love you, man. You already know what time it is, man. THG, we gonna hold it down. We gonna keep this thing going.
Yeah, I
you
already
already know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy BJay that just got on the mic.
Yo, replacing Daneel on the mic, we got the new homie BJay over
Yo.
here. What's going on,
what
man?
They do, man. What they do.
You already know what time
Yo,
it
I ain't
is.
gonna lie. You look like the kind of dude that's just like, you need him in the crew because he seems like something about your face is reliable to
That
me.
glue, yeah,
I don't
man.
know if that's true at all,
Bro.
It's real.
but
It's
like,
real, man. I'm loyal.
I think I'm thinking of some of my own homies. Like I kind of see their face and I'm like, ooh, you're like that dude you could count on.
Yeah,
That's for
my G.
sure.
That's my G right
That's
there,
for
man.
sure,
That's my bro.
man. That's for sure, man. Hey, but you know, shout out to Wayne D.
I already know.
Shout out to bro, man. Hey,
What's your name, bro?
Luke, cool hand Luke.
Uncle Luke.
you want to
Cool
go?
hand Luke. There's already
Cool
a
hand
Florida
Luke.
Uncle Luke that rules shit.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
So
saying?
cool Luke. Cool Luke.
Cool
what I'm
Luke,
saying?
man. Shout out to Cool Luke, man. Thank you for having us on the podcast.
Man, thank
No,
y'all
man,
for
definitely.
being here, man.
Man, we appreciate this stuff, man. This R&B vibe, dude, man.
Yeah, we try
Speak
to
on it.
get on it.
Well, I mean, I really mostly feel like auto-tune killed R&B somewhat.
Oh, we should get into a great
A
debate
lot
about
of people
this.
think Drake killed R&B.
No, I think
I don't
T-Pain
think Drake-
successfully did that.
I massively disagree.
I disagree with that
Why
because
you feel
T-Pain
like
still
that?
got his own lane.
I-
R&B still there.
I think that's a big part of it is that
Yeah.
I don't even necessarily look at it like R&B.
Yeah.
I look at it like a form of pop.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
And I guess there's like this whole thing in my head because, all right, I'm a producer. I'm a sound engineer. I was self-taught and then I was trained. I got a lot of different perspectives
For
that
sure.
kind of tie together nicely.
Right.
And I feel like what I've learned over the years is that experimentation, especially with hardware, always leads to the next thing that everybody loves. And whether or not people accept it at one point or another, it's never good to resist moving forward. Like Pink Floyd was the end of the world for so many musicians, and people hated Pink Floyd the same way people hate T-Pain for autotune because they used electric synthesizers.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say we hate T-Pain.
I don't hate T-Pain.
I'm not saying that.
I get love from T-Pain, bro.
So
shout
many.
out to T-Pain who just won the Masked Singer, who nobody.
knew.
I was the only one.
I'm not assuming this about y'all.
He did know.
Dude, listen.
He did know.
I knew T-Pain was the Masked Singer from the first episode he was on. I literally went on his IG that same night. I said, yo, T-Pain, I can show you the whole grade right now. I said, T, I know this is you as the monster. You finna win this, and you gonna shock the world because nobody knew it was. I was shocked. None of the judges knew
because
it was
nobody.
You know what I think was the first coming out party for people being like, "Yo, oh shit, that's T-Pain. T-Pain could actually do that."
Where's that? Just pull it up.
Yeah.
Stay right there.
Y'all can talk. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
The first time where people really realized that T-Pain could sing was that Tiny Desk concert. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I watched that. I watched Tiny Desk. Hey, shout out to Tiny Desk, man. I'm trying to get on that.
Yeah, NPR got that nice.
NPR
that was their
shit.
smartest content move in the past 5 decades,
Yes.
bro. They ain't got shit besides Tiny Desk.
Hey, once he started that, it paved the way for a lot of people
Yo,
like Ro
but like
James.
he was a church kid. He grew up singing
Yeah.
for real.
So
like,
he's a church kid, I'm a
don't
church
sleep
kid.
on Tallahassee Pain. Is all I'm saying.
bro.
Nah. We love T-Pain, man. But
I'm talking to the people right now.
I
I understand where
people
we're
out
coming
there,
from.
I really feel like once he introduced auto-tune and then Future picked it up, it was over.
But what I'm saying is like this progression, like if you look at history of music, even though it's not that long in history, this shit has happened already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So to acknowledge that like this is the same type of shit that Pink Floyd went through in dealing with the general public and being the first people to do this new thing that people are like, oh, that's cheating. Honestly, it just comes down to the fact that people are really comfortable with this one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's it. And you're making them uncomfortable by bringing change into the world.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you on the situation too, as far as like when it comes down to the R&B and the auto tune. I really feel like more so like the dude singers when it comes down to R&B, it's a lot of slept on guy singers.
Yes, it is.
Females are literally taking over R&B. Like you got the Hers and you got the Seven Streeters.
That's
pretty crazy.
Hers,
you know what I'm saying?
Hers,
that's that baby right there, man. That's that baby.
Can you focus on?
But I'm honestly not mad at it. Like,
no,
I understand what you're saying, and there's
she's
definite
bringing back
truth.
that classical feel. So, like you could tell she's really spending time like perfecting her craft, playing instruments. She does a lot of different things that a lot of males aren't doing, and I'm trying to get back to that. We're trying to get back to that now. Actually, that's the funny thing about it. I'm trying to get back to really being a musical genius.
You know what? I can't let this subject slide without y'all having heard Zanaya before, because
let's play.
She, in my opinion, is the
heard her.
queen of R&B in Broward County right now. Because
hey, shout out to all the females that's singing in Broward County right now.
seriously though,
I think I probably
big
heard
old shout out to Zanaya.
before.
That's family here,
I think I heard her before.
and her performance is crazy. Like she's really working on her stagecraft.
Nice.
This is Demons off of This Album Isn't For Everyone.
Gotta listen to that.
Moving at the speed of light.
And this is like, you know, a project or two ago. This is like her, like,
Older stuff.
it's her slightly older stuff. I mean, she's so talented. She's got backlog of shit, but like, last time I saw her perform, she was like slaughtering the crowd with a snake in her hand. Yeah, I think it was like a baby python or something. She's just monstrous.
You know who she reminds me of? You ever y'all seen Creed? Everybody seen Creed.
I haven't.
Oh yeah.
She reminds me of that girl from Creed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen it, but that's dope.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch Creed.
You gotta watch it. Both of them, they're good.
I've heard good things. I don't watch that many movies, to be honest. You know what I'm
I'm a movie bro.
Yeah, this nigga got a whole wall of
I
movies,
used
man.
to definitely watch way more, but like, I'm the type of person that really needs kin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like watching shit with people.
Yeah.
And I think that has something to do with the genetics of the entertainer.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't take in media unless I'm with someone.
For sure.
Otherwise, if I am, I'm just like listening to podcasts passively in the background while I'm working,
Right.
so that I feel more productive or whatever the fuck. But when it comes to actually enjoying, like truly taking in a movie or something like that, I need somebody with me because I'm like a conduit of energy, not a source of it.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. For sure. So you must. What they call that? What, introvert. What's the other one?
Extrovert.
Yeah. Introvert and extrovert. See me, I'm gonna be honest with you. The funny thing is, I don't like crowds.
I can totally relate to that. I think
I
that,
don't like crowds.
yo,
Like if I could get that money
bro,
without the fame,
let me tell you something. Not once in my life, and I did the math the other day, which isn't literally math. It's me going, nope, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I've never in my life been into a club before.
wow. So that means you got to come to Iguanas on Tuesday, man.
That's just like how my social energy works.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if I'm not there to like perform or something, then I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get the energy that I need there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with
I'm
you.
the same way too.
It's needed. It's needed to go every now and then to
Yeah.
just be free and just have a good time. But you ain't missing shit.
Well, I mean, I definitely be free
No,
and
no,
have
no,
a good
you ain't
time.
to
missing
me,
nothing.
yeah.
I do,
It's-
but my thing is I find like an underground
Nah.
cipher or some shit.
Yeah,
Like I do
yeah.
shit like that.
So it seems like you more so on the old school hip hop vibe type.
I guess
ordeal.
if you know old school hip hop, you might think of me like that. But
Yeah.
I am just like,
But you got to remember we're a little bit older. You know, I'm 28. Yeah, so
well, I mean,
we
I'm
grew up in-
26. You ain't that
Right,
different.
so we
you know
grew
what I'm
up in the we
We all
grew
in
up
our
in the
20s.
real hip hop. You still in your 20s. We grew up in the hip hop, like when hip hop was still doing that evolving shit, but at the same time too, it was still real.
How do you feel about the progression of lyrics in hip hop? Like,
I feel like we got away from when you say craftsmanship, people actually trying to hone their craft and actually put out and spit out some real dope stuff. You still got J. Cole's and stuff like that. Like J. Cole is
J.
J.
Cole,
shit.
don't even get me started.
I could
because
talk about him for hours.
I was on, and I hate to be a hipster about this, but I'm gonna be. I was on J. Cole in 9th grade in high school, which for me was 2007. So come up, warm up.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I
I
mean?
was watching him
And
progress.
that was the same time that I was transitioning out of poetry and into hip hop. You know what I mean? Because I like went to, I went to McNichol and Addicts, super.
went to Addicts?
Oh,
Yeah,
you went to
That's
Manhattan.
where I know you from, bruh. I
Oh,
went
yeah?
to Addicts, bruh. Addicts Middle?
What was that?
Addicts?
Yeah.
Addicts Middle.
Yeah.
I went there.
No, I ran my ass through Liberia, bro.
I was wondering what.
That's all
there
I
it
do.
is.
I know
You
you
look
from
familiar.
There it is.
Yeah.
You look familiar. You
Yeah.
from around the way. Okay.
Yeah, man. So
Shout out to
basically, that's
Addicts.
when I was at that point. I was like doing poetry and super into rhyming and shit, but I was scared to be that white kid. I wanted to rap so bad, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to be that dude. You know what I
You
mean?
should have though, because
Of course,
you
of
gotta
course.
understand.
That's the lesson.
we
at the end.
accept
That's the lesson.
other people doing our crowds more than we accept.
So,
We're harder on each other
yeah.
than it is like
Oh, yeah.
Eminem. Eminem get that pass because he's a dope rapper and he's white.
So happen to be white. That's how I put it as my
My bad, I'm
MCs.
gonna close the store. Go ahead.
Yeah. My favorite MCs, I can name a few, but I think my top 5. I don't even want to say top 5. I just name a few that I do enjoy. Busta Rhymes, when I was growing up, I definitely enjoyed.
Oh,
His
yeah.
flow was
That's
stupid.
Top 10 period.
Bro, come on, bro.
He
And
revolutionized.
revolutionized
his rapping has
flow.
evolved now to
Yeah.
some.
He hasn't stopped growing. That's scary,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, bro.
And it's funny because like you could,
Yeah.
honestly his personality kind of makes me go, maybe you did stop growing, but then his rapping is like, oh nope, he's still going.
Nah, bro. Busta Rhymes is that nigga.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, we're
not
gonna
gonna
smoke these motherfuckers out.
Oh yeah, we good. Nah, Busta Rhymes, and then like Kendrick Lamar is definitely one of my favorite
Yeah,
MCs. And
Kendrick.
when I say MCs, people kind of think I'm disrespectful to rappers. I'm not being disrespectful to rappers. I think there's just a different level.
On this podcast before,
Yeah.
I've qualified massively the difference between a rapper and an MC.
Yeah,
You
it's
You know
a
what I'm
big
saying?
difference.
A rapper
Big,
might
big
come in the
difference.
building and do their little song. An MC will come in,
And change the
command
mood.
the energy of the entire room. Make sure that you and I as the MC, you as the crowd, are having an energy-based relationship, and then begin to exchange that energy.
Right.
It's called a master of ceremony for a reason. You have to literally be in charge.
Yeah.
Of the crowd.
I had to
And
go through
that's
that.
comedians.
you gotta
Yeah.
command attention.
I had to, and the crazy thing is, you remember the show I used to host? What was it? Hip Hop Orgy. I
Yeah,
used to
that
do
sounds
shit.
awesome.
Dude, it was crazy, man. Because the
Where
thing
was
is,
it?
This was in Hollandale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Polo Club.
Polo Club. Shout out to the Polo Club back in the day. Yeah, that's where I kind of got started hosting
Dope.
and getting my craft to actually know how to
Yo.
talk with people. You know what I'm saying? And let them know, like, you know, I'm here and learning how to, you know, vibe with different people that I never met. You know what I'm saying? It was just big on networking. Like, I think that's the biggest thing that messes up the entertainment world is a lot of local artists. They're in fear to network with other artists.
I don't think that messes
Yeah.
up the world. I think that messes up their career.
Career,
But I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you more so what it is though. It's called intimidation.
Yeah.
I dealt with that this year. Let me tell you a little backstory on the whole situation. So, I'm not gonna drop no names or nothing like that. I'm not that type of person. So,
Trash. You know?
Respect.
No, I ain't gonna drop no names.
Person's trash.
I ain't gonna drop. Yeah.
They trash.
So I mean, so the person asked me to do a track. They saw me singing at the office, right? I go to the office and sing karaoke's on Tuesdays sometimes.
Shout out to Fat and Funny at the
Shout out to Fat and Funny at the
already
office, man. Real talk.
Y'all put me on way too many spots right now. I
man,
need
you
to
about
start
to-
taking
Hey,
notes.
Fat and Funny is funny as hell too, man. Follow my bro, man. Fat and Funny.
Fat and funny?
Yeah, he's funny as fuck,
I'm
bro.
on it.
So, you know, I had a chick artist, come and approach me about doing a track with her, and it was like an old school track, and it was that ooh baby.
Okay.
So, me being a person that I am, being a real artist, I'm a real artist. So, first thing I was like, I'm not gonna plagiarize these people's stuff. I'm just gonna use harmonies, and I'm changing the words.
Exactly.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So we don't get sued because you get sued for stuff like that. So with that being the case,
That's bro?
no,
Help me out.
got you. So with that whole thing, I did the track, laid the track for everything, and
Yes, we did lay that track. Shout out to me, who's also
yeah,
engineer.
Wayne.
Showtime Studios.
Yeah.
Trying to get that music really right. Holla at your
Yeah,
boy.
shout out to
Also
Wayne for the
affiliated.
recording on that,
We getting it right
and a
now.
little mixing. But basically the engineer told me to leave it blank, and I left it blank. I ain't put no effect on it, but I gotta look for the right way to spell it. But he said the track was fire.
Yes, it was.
She gets the track, doesn't like the track at all. So, I'm, me being the type of person I am, I'm a perfectionist of my craft. So I'm like, all right, maybe we could get in the studio and record this again. And, whatever, because she was saying, I got to get it out. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe we can get back in the studio. Nah, she cut me out the track. She used somebody else. Nah, I'm going to be G. Dude was trash.
Straight by
He was a rapper. He's a rapper. And, basically now, that's why I said that whole auto-tune crap. The auto-tune, she wanted somebody that couldn't really sing. I feel like she more so got intimidated by me being on her track because she felt like I probably was going to get a little bit more shine. And I'm low-key kind of mad that she put me on the track because right now, just even her following on SoundCloud, that's at like 20,000 right now. And the track is not even that hot. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, all right, so I kind of want to say something that I know a lot of people may not like, but there's definite truth to it. There's a lot of different reasons why some people might follow someone online, and they're not always necessarily good music.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. On
It's
that.
clout chasing, man. Clout
all.
chasing.
Whatever
People
the
don't
form
want
of
real
clout may
artistry
be,
no more.
The last hints towards what I'm actually saying there is that gender has a matter on the effect too.
That too. That definitely.
Sex sales, man.
Sex sells. It does.
Oh, sorry. Shout out to the Range again.
They get out of there and twerk a little ass, a little song. It's gonna go down. But I mean, I just know more so it was an intimidation factor. Florida, we got to get out of get out of that whole being scared of each other and work together. I can tell you the difference between Atlanta and why the scene is popping up there.
You
and
are
our
at the
scene is not
podcast
popping-
that talks about this
popping.
more than anybody. Like, that's my whole subject.
It's not. It's our scene is not popping because we're not sticking together.
Yeah.
People get on and they forget to put somebody else on because you know it's a whole bunch of dope artists. And if we keep just putting each other on, that's just like with QC. QC is an Atlanta-based label. They have Atlanta-based rappers, and their rappers put on their friends. Lil Baby and Quavo was friends for a long time before rapping and everything. They actually came up together, and them boys made it before Lil Baby did, and now they put Lil Baby on. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about passing that baton. That's how I look at it. Pass the baton. Like if I get on, I'm definitely putting my bro on, and we not even jealous. Like we not jealous around here. That's one thing I can say between me and my bro. Bro, literally like. Me and him get into arguments sometimes about our music, and that's just on some real shit.
Yo,
but
I get scared of the friends that can't get into arguments.
Yeah.
Because that's where you really know ego is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And bro was like really telling me some real shit. I didn't agree with him at that particular time. But later on, when I did it, I understood what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? I might get mad for 2 seconds, but I know his interest is what's best for me.
You know his motivation.
Yeah. And
it's not putting
vice
you down.
versa. Yeah. It's vice versa. He not coming at me no sideways. He just trying to tell me, bro, this is what I've learned. This is what I know. And I know for a fact if you use these particular tools, you'll get to where I'm going and we'll get there together. Yeah. And that's pretty much what it is. Like, that's why I love bro so much because it ain't no hate in between me and him. It's like iron sharpen iron. We trying to get this bag. We trying to get this money and bring this R&B back. That 90s shit. That real shit, man.
Now, I totally understand that vibe because at the same time, like, if you're trying to do that for a homie and they can't accept it, like whatever it is about their ego, maybe it's not even the information, but it's the fact that it's coming from you.
Right.
Because a lot of times if someone's jealous of you or something like that, then you're not the person who's going to be able to break through to them. You know what I'm saying? So even though like it might be a homie and you're looking out and you're saying, yo, if you just do this, this, and this, or if you're like thinking about your brand a little more coherently, maybe you can make more progress with whatever it is you're trying to do in the growth of your brand right now.
For sure.
But at the same time, if you're the person that they're looking at like, fuck, I got to beat him, then they're not going to listen to you. Like, you know what I mean?
That's real. And that's
competition. That's the fun thing.
We don't do that competition shit. We show
friendly
THG.
competition though.
It's in aspect of pushing each other. Like, come on, bro, man, you can hit that thing harder than that.
But that's what confuses everybody. Is that is technically competition. So people, I think, get it twisted. Like they get too competitive. All right, here's healthy competition. I want to do a better verse on this song than my guy. Right? Here's unhealthy competition. I don't want my guy to get on, so I'm not going to set up this meeting with this dude.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's trash.
And that's the shit that Florida's been on for too long. Is that xenophobic, oh, we just got on, so we got to cut everybody else off.
Yeah, no. See, but it has to be a balance, if you want to say. It has to be a balance because sometimes some friends do have ill feelings towards you. Yeah. And it's good to weed that out at a early time because the thing is because like even
the further
with the whole,
you go, the more dangerous it is.
Nip situation, just to use it as an instance, and with the whole Nip situation, you go back to the hood, you give back to the hood, you give back to your friends, and then they turn around and kill you. Yeah. And it's like it makes you think like, dang, bro, like if I make it and I come back to my city. You know what I'm saying? But that goes it goes deeper than rap. Like it goes deeper than that. Of course. It goes way deeper than that.
But like even though dude definitely has some mental issues, one of those seeds of jealousy could have been planted really early on. And that shit was watered for way too long. You know what I mean?
Long, bro.
And then the last straw on that camel's back was that moment where he's like, yo, you feds, get out of here.
But not even that. He told fool, go get his paperwork. Go get your paperwork to prove to me that you ain't this. And you could vibe. Yeah. And that's how you know, like, listen, dude, you really was a snitch. That's really what it was. You came back and killed the man because you really was a snitch. Yeah. So you wore it. And it cost you a lot. But I don't even want to talk on that. That shit
but I definitely get you, though. That's exactly how it is. Because
Niggas get mad
Insecurities come from truth. That's what it is.
That's true.
It's so funny that when you're the dude that's insecure, you don't even realize that all you're doing is giving yourself away
Yeah.
by
Exactly.
reacting to what you're
what?
worried about. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
But I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
that's just
It's,
bonkers.
it's,
But
a
that's
huge, it's a huge thing. That
Another
people afraid
thing.
of.
That's another thing. Like people don't. How to put it? People don't think like if we come together and actually do this thing like
Florida wise.
Florida, but not even. I'm speaking in general. Like, if you even want to talk click wise,
Yeah.
Because the thing is like everybody is good at something. Somebody is good at something. We have to figure out a way to use your attributes to accentuate to help us get where our goal and help you obtain your goal also.
But that's exactly where ego comes in. Because
Yeah.
if the something that you're good at isn't the thing that you think you want to do, everybody wants to be the rapper, but some motherfuckers not realizing
Meant to
over
be.
here that they're like killers as managers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Everybody got their own different lane, and that's why I like THG because
Yeah, shout out
THG accentuates what you're good at, and what they're trying to do
Play
is
to your strengths, man.
perpetuate you into a whole nother realm and a whole nother place to be successful.
Check
and
it out.
that's
This pertaining to what he's saying with THG.
What's your
THG is a social networking
what is this?
platform.
IG?
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
just edge.
And what we do as a group, man, we take people from their regular 9 to 5 vibe of just work all day.
And just curious, like,
Yeah.
is this yours or
No,
like?
we're a part of it.
Gotcha.
It's just an actual group. Yeah, the group was based. It started from a good friend, brother of mine named Fresh.
For sure.
Shout out to Fresh. Rest in peace, bro.
Rest
We
in
miss you.
peace,
You already know.
RIP, bro.
Long live.
Long live. You already know, man. He was definitely a blessing to everybody individually. You know what I'm saying? That he touched every one of us, even if, you know, it might have not been for so long, he did get a chance to.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's what matters.
He joined, you know, BJay, he joined the group based off of the values that he noticed from the group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we look
Yeah,
out
that's
for
the best way to show up.
Yeah, man.
That
Like,
family
oh,
vibe, bro.
shit.
Yeah.
That family
y'all,
vibe, bro.
y'all are that thing.
You know?
That
you know what I'm
family
saying? Like,
vibe.
we tell people, like, you know, what we do is we take people, we don't take people, we invite people to come vibe with us.
Right.
And they learn that we're bigger than just a company. We're not a company. You know what I'm saying? We can be based off a company if we have that time. Every group has a certain aspect in them that they have to, you know, we have the social media side, you know, sometimes I handle that with the IG and, you know, the posts and stuff like that, and the parties and stuff like that. We throw parties, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a party this Saturday.
Yo, so
420 party, man.
shout that out. Like, give us the full.
All right,
little-
the 420 party is it's the THG. It's hosted by THG. We
sure.
all fly. It's on Saturday. This Saturday at 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Go to my IG. You can also go to the group's page, IG THG. We all fly. You go on that and you'll see the flyer. You can also go on my IG is the Wayne D Experience.
Or you
That's
can
on
go to
IG.
my
Or go to his
IG,
IG.
underscore BJay23.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all can definitely go on Cool Luke's IG because he's probably going to post the flyer tonight because we definitely going to try to get him to come through.
Yeah, you
And
got
vibe
to
out
Yo,
with us, man.
I'm definitely down to like give y'all this clip and help out whatever I can. I don't know my time obligations though, because my dude is he's grabber, basically. I'm sure you know MCC, Malcolm. So I've committed to his 420 event thus far.
okay.
So if I can fit more in there, I will.
Well, ours
For
is
sure,
from
for sure.
6, you know, from 6 to about 12.
It's
you know what I'm
not-
saying?
yeah, I might be able to knock that a little earlier. That's an early start time.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? We want people to
That
come
might be the
vibe 'cause
starting
we know-
event for me.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
There you go. You know, come vibe with us, and then you go ahead.
And where's that at again? One more time.
It's in Miami.
Yeah, it's
in
going to be
Miami.
down in Miami.
gonna be down in Miami.
We can't give out
Can't
the
give out the
location.
location yet.
I got you.
You feel
Okay,
me?
cool. Well,
Well,
that's
tickets
where I'm
are
gonna
on
be.
sale.
So
Narco,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah.
Miami's where they all at
Miami's
right
where
now.
they at.
They
You know
on
what I'm saying?
Narcs, man. They-
Yeah, bro.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
But,
you know.
it's gonna be
Say
tasteful, man.
less.
Trust me, we got food, man. We got bar.
Oh, shout
It's
out
gonna
to
be
Daddy's
live
Island,
footage.
man.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to Daddy's Islands on the food, man.
It's
They
gonna be
finna
good
come
dish.
through and smash it.
It's gonna be
Funny
lavish,
thing
bro.
is that's like one of my best friends, her wife, and she's a small growing business right now.
Love it.
But the food is amazing, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
What's the menu?
The menu actually is gonna be shrimp and chicken kebabs, street corn or the little dusted stuff, you know, all that good stuff. I think she's doing a small and a large Alfredo.
Yeah, she did tell me about that one.
Jerk
Alfredo.
wings. It's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay,
man.
okay.
And then also we got
Sounds lit.
the edibles. We got the
Yeah.
Wendy edibles. That's me. I'm also a baker.
Yeah, he's
I'm a
a
man
bake-
of all
bake
trades,
man.
man.
I can
ladies,
relate.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm big for a reason, but I'm slimming down.
Hey,
Lavishly
not me
losing the
though.
pounds. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. But that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I got the crownies coming. You know, my famous crownies.
Crownies,
people,
boy,
they
them
love
things
them.
be fire. Hey,
They're-
listen,
they're-
I might
I'ma
have to
tell
hear
you
something
brownies.
about that.
Yeah.
check this out real quick, though. You gotta check this out.
Yeah.
Listen, this man can make brownies like 2 days ago. You ain't even gotta put them in the microwave. They still be moist in 2 or 3 days. Like, you know how something, if you leave something out, it dries up.
Yeah.
And he put it in the paper or whatever. If you leave something out, I don't care if it's been a week. Listen, you ain't even gotta pop it in the microwave. It's still soft, still good. Still, he gotta bring you one.
Wayne the
Yeah, I
Baker,
got
man.
you.
Wayne the
man, that's
baker,
what I do,
man.
man.
He's the baker, the dancer.
Chef Wayne RD.
Shane
That's what they
Wayne.
call me. You know what I'm saying? I be whipping it up. You know what I'm saying? Just a little whip. You know what I'm saying? But I do my thing, man. Yeah, but the party's gonna have so many different things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah.
Tea,
And a few guest performances.
guest
too.
performances.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's,
Surprise-
that's another
surprises
that's
on the
another
performance.
quiet
If y'all
one.
come to the 420
Oh, yeah.
party, we not telling y'all who performing. Y'all just gotta come and see. Man.
Gotta
General
come.
admission a dub.
It's a dub.
That's it,
I mean, come
20.
on, man. You spend that on
Bull.
Taco Bell for no reason. Get it together.
You
on,
spend a
you know what I'm
dub.
saying? You can
Yo,
spend
you
a
do
dub,
a
come
lot
by.
of Taco Bell for
You
the
know what I'm
dub.
saying? For a dub, I know you can.
Yeah, you
You
come
can
out of there
easily
with
come out there.
Yo, I'm mad
10
curious
tacos.
about that though, because
It's gonna be
Grabba
lit,
is also doing a little surprise guest. I'm curious to see who all these people getting brought out are.
It's a
man.
beautiful thing, man,
Yeah,
that
man.
we can bring live entertainment with just a simple 420 party.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
I'm saying?
speaking of entertainment and live, I'm actually obscenely curious now after talking to y'all to hear y'all's shit. I'm curious if anyone, just because I'm on SoundCloud
yeah.
right now.
I mean, what you
Do y'all have a? Because I know you're very
Yeah,
well
yeah,
iTunes distributed. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But and if you don't have a strong stance on this, I would listen to yesterday's podcast because we went in depth on this. I really believe that even if you are distributing, like going Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, et cetera, it's important, even if it's not the same content, to have the free platform content, the
yeah.
SoundClouds and the Bandcamps
I got all
at
of that.
this level in the
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all right, maybe if you're Drake, fuck it, you don't need a SoundCloud or a
For
Bandcamp.
sure, you don't need that.
I need all of that.
While you're at the stage where you need discovery,
Yeah.
is stupid to only. And the thing that bothers me about it is I know that the reasoning is, I want more money, so I don't want to use the free platforms.
Yeah.
But the free platforms are driving more people to the paid platforms.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
your shit. That's it. At the end of the day. But my bad. Go on. What? Someone give me a SoundCloud or something. I need to hear some shit.
You on SoundCloud?
Yeah, I'm on SoundCloud. You can go Wayne D Music. You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely go check out that SoundCloud.
I'm working on all that.
Yeah, BJay is he's the
Don't
artist
worry,
that got
see
the
it-
material, but it's almost done. And when it drops, bro, he about to drop some fire for the R&B people.
I believe you, but I
Trust
know
me.
the disease that you are infected with.
What is that?
It's called perfectionism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's a
Yeah.
disease. Do not mistake yourself. Do not take pride in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You're fucking up your brand.
That's real.
Period.
I got new music coming out. too,
Stagnate.
though.
Yo,
Definitely.
people would rather hear more, less quality shit that tells them who you are
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
than the.
Shit, that's done.
All right, so
Yeah, I feel
my
you.
dude Dre, he used to be an intern here. He's MWO alumni. Shout out to Dre. Mad love.
Shout out Dre.
I hate how he's operating right now. Because I'm his, like, I don't want to say mentor, but, like, he was my intern, I've
Yeah.
taught him a lot of shit.
Right.
And for him to not understand what I'm telling him when I say, you fucked yourself by making your first project perfect, I'm not joking. I'm not saying that playfully, and I understand why some people, y'all don't know me like this, but I'm an asshole. I'm always sarcastic.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be on that.
so, like, when I say shit
know
like
I
that,
am.
I could understand why people would just take that as, that's Luke being Luke.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it is almost detrimental to be a perfectionist about what you're putting into the world, because all you're doing is adding more pressure into your head
yeah.
that
To
doesn't
be-
exist anywhere else in the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
world.
They don't know.
It doesn't
they just gonna
exist.
hear it.
No one else hears that shit.
Yeah, it's true. I have
And the
that
more
sometimes.
people see you, the more they're ingratiated to you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you build a brand.
Yeah.
You gotta just be you and keep doing it as much as you can.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
I'm gonna tell you more so what it is on my end. It's
You can definitely
how you put it. As far as like beat situation,
check the follow you.
I'm
SoundCloud,
refusing
where
to use YouTube beats.
I totally
You get
respect
what I'm
that.
saying?
I could connect you with many producers
I
around
know,
here.
but it's also a fee. I like to pay people for their music.
I respect that.
You feel me?
That's why I make beats. Because I have all those exact issues.
Oh,
It's the
you
same
put
reason
all
I'm a
that?
That's our new thing. That's our new track right there. Yeah.
How you got that?
It's on the SoundCloud. You remember
Oh.
when we put it up?
It's the same reason I'm a dope engineer.
You put the whole thing on there?
Nah, that's a sample.
That's me on the background. So you on the lead.
Hey. Yo, you're listening to Without You Snippet featuring BJay by Wayne D. Go fucking look up this Wayne D music on SoundCloud
right.
and then connect to everything from there. Hit that info button and go, all right, what's his IG, what's everything else? Because you about to be
Yeah,
asleep.
man.
Yeah, bro.
I could already tell.
That track's gonna be
That's all I needed to even. And trust me, I'm gonna go on.
Yeah.
But that's all I even needed to be like, okay, I get it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we ready, man.
You ready, bro?
We ready,
R&B's
man.
coming back, bro. Trust
Yeah,
and believe.
we
Boy,
gonna bring.
Wayne
Hey,
D,
listen,
BJay.
I don't
Yo,
care if
I'm
I
excited
gotta
to
carry
get
it on
something
our
of
back.
y'all's in the Florida Vibe directory. Is there any full songs on here?
Oh, that's that funk.
Yeah,
That's my new. That's my first single that's getting ready to come out. Jams.
So you'll let that ride for a second.
Yeah. That song's dope.
My love for you, girl. That I lost my baby.
Shout out to my boy Costa.
Oh, I can't take this.
what they do, dog?
How could I let you down? It was supposed to be my one. And all along, I knew I was you and me. Okay, I'm into you, trying to be more than a friend to you. Been running through my head all day. I'm thinking about tripping you. It's difficult to get to you. I know
that
you're
track
busy,
was
but I'm busy too. I get that you
We got some
important.
bangers
Shit, I salute, never stop what you're trying to do. Just keep your focus and follow your dreams.
Oh, this one, shit. I love this song. For real, bro. I like this song, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this song.
I wish I could take
I like it too. This is an old version. Didn't even hear the new version.
Yeah.
Everything that I did to you.
Oh yeah. Nah, cause it's you the only one and a few people who's heard this song.
I'm sorry.
He's hearing it now too. It's live. A whole bunch of people.
As I sit back and take a look at my life, over and over mistakes I made without a doubt. I had everything a man could ask for. A woman that loved me, she took me even with all my flaws. The insecurities of not being good enough. The fear of leaving, I didn't want to lose a love.
There's also chips and shit there, in
Time I
case anybody
started
knows.
pushing her
Chips and
away.
dip.
Really
Chips
all
and shit. I
because
didn't say
started
dip.
feeling
Sorry.
some type
That was
of
misleading.
way.
It's that music in your ears.
Another girl. With that, it broke her heart. It wasn't even worth the hurt. Too late, the damage is done. And now I'm sitting
Damn.
alone. Wishing for my baby.
Shout out to
now.
THG.
What the hell have I done?
Yeah, man.
It's not THC, but you can think about THC.
You could think of the THC.
But
But it's THG.
so
Yo.
I'm sure y'all haven't seen this podcast before, but
What's the name of the podcast so I can shout it out again?
yeah.
Mine's Wide Open. That's my
Mine's wide open.
Mine's wide open.
my
Hey, shout out to
brand,
Mine's Wide
business,
Open, man.
studio. It's all
Mine's
Mine's Wide Open.
Mine's Wide Open, man.
Y'all
Y'all go
follow
check
Mine's
that
Wide
out.
Open. Please follow that podcast. You already know.
Hey,
That you're currently listening
That's
to.
your current listening to.
currently listening to.
No, I'm gonna make that a post on IG so it
You
makes
know?
sense. Nah, so one thing I do here a lot is freestyle.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all freestyle. I'm curious.
I freestyle sing. Actually.
I dabble.
That's
Freestyle
dope.
singing and rap.
What you gonna put
He
on the
raps.
intro real one good time?
Yeah, whatever.
We can run it.
Whatever
Run
you-
it.
Oh,
Let me
oh
get a
yeah,
little.
he ready to sing. He's ready to sing today.
Yeah, I've been chilling, man. I've been chilling. Hey, man. Hey, I want to tell y'all, man, support throat health.
Yes.
Lozenges and teas.
Yo, shout out to lozenges and green tea.
Not even green tea, throat coat.
That ginseng.
Throat coat.
Oh,
You're welcome.
just straight up throat coat.
Yeah, that's what it's called, man. Throat coat, man.
Yeah, it's a real good tea. It's a herbal tea. And the tea is very, very strong and rich, and it captures the vocal cords and it loosens them up so quick.
Interesting.
Like, I mean, extremely quick. Like, I
should keep that around the studio because I got mad vocalists.
And lozenges.
And lozenges, yeah, man.
I keep that.
That right there, man. That throat coat, man. What? Trust me, man. It does wonders, man. I heard about it. Beyonce
See what you got over there.
it, so it was definitely nice, man.
Let's see.
I like to pretty much play beats from the family of producers that I know locally, you know what I mean? And on that note, y'all need to send me beats, man. Like, if y'all listening and you produce, you want to listen to us spit on some of these, tell them.
Said tonight we gon' get it going.
Get it going.
Girl, I don't wanna leave.
Hey.
Baby, don't set me free. Loving on you tonight. Baby, it feels so right. Sexing in the morning, baby.
Hey.
Loving, drive you crazy.
The loving is habitual.
Hey.
We do it like a ritual.
Hey.
Burning candles, you're the mantle, and I'm the centerpiece, and I can see the fire coming up. You see, never be clever if you can. Be severing the Achilles tendon of every man. Damn, he got every syllable in that bitch. And I'm wondering if you're still up in my will. And that's the dish that you just fell in. I don't tell them I'm the felon. I just let them find out discreetly. They need me to never ever sell out. They need me to never let it go off levels that they aren't aware of. But I do not have to scare dubs. I'm out.
Seven. You wanna go to the next one? We just warming up, man.
Amen. I'm going to be bringing back my show that I used to do called Morning Coffee Freestyle.
Okay.
Because I like the idea of doing a live show in the mornings. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm going to do it just Instagram live. Just keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Hey. It's on some chat shit.
Making it, dropping it, making it, popping it, make you do it. Making it say what you gonna do, I'm the big Wayne. Keeping it real in the grill, make you feel on the hill. Make it on my mind, make you know I'm the pill. Get it right, red or blue, what you gonna do? Talk to your boy, find the mystery up like Scooby-Doo in the room. Shaggy getting lit in the rip. You know we taking this grip. You better understand what I'm saying. I'm the man. I got the words coming through. They spitting like new sands. Yes sir, you can't do it like me. I am the realest rapper. When I wanna do it, and I can be a singer at the any time, any rhyme. You gotta come to my lane, come and get into my mind.
I pull up late night and a nigga gon' vibe. A young nigga like me gon' straight slide. Hit him with the 4-5. I talk that gangster shit, you get live. Pussy nigga, you wanna try me? I hit them 4 times, 5 times. Yeah, nigga wanna talk that get down. Nah, I ain't playing with a bitch nigga now. Yeah, I'm talking that sweet shit. I sing that sweet shit. Got your bitch on my dick. Yeah, she wanna fuck me real quick. Nigga keep flowing on the beat. Keep talking about that bullshit. Nigga fuck with me. Nah, nigga keep rolling on that real good shit. I mean, stay on the hush, quiet, see me. Nah, you can't even get that cream, cause cash rules everything around me. Get the money, dollar bills. Yeah, nigga gon' get the grills. Chase the bag, get it real. A nigga for real. I stay on this music shit for real. 100 bars on your bitch, she wanna fuck. Hey, I stumble on my flow like for real. Like the Red Ranger on a power trip. I get it for real. Yeah, I shoot you niggas down, you play with me. You play with my family, I'm talking THG. We stay with them Zoes, yeah, we stay with that cream. A young nigga like me gon' stay with a scheme. Flowing low key, I'm vibing. Get it, baby. Anything you want, baby, roll me. Baby, if you wanna roll anything you see, cause I'm loving how you do if you wanna be. Anything that you wanna see like me. Girl, I'll be flowing. Talented young brother from Allendale to be exact. Shout out Broward County, we in that bitch.
Can you feel what you gonna do?
Hey.
Come on down, you going with the crew.
Hey.
We vibing with the team. Got Mark, Luke, he killing with the mean.
Hey.
Got the funk going right. Hey,
Yo, y'all
we
lit.
busting
It's
it,
dope.
You know, that's what we do, man. We vibe, man.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
You got some more R&B-ish stuff.
Oh man, but check it out though.
I don't know these by title. I'm just like digging around.
You goosh. We gonna let that play in the background. I like this music in the background.
Go on.
But talk to all the people out there. Shout out to all of y'all that's still with us right now. You already know, man.
Mad love
How
for
many
that.
people
Mad love.
viewing right
Man,
now?
we got
What
you.
it is?
Honestly, I like doing it until I'm no longer entertained by it. I feel like that's the natural end of a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I don't choose a specific time, and y'all are just fun as fuck. So I'm just like,
Hey, man, you know?
Yeah, he
Got to,
fuck
man.
with it.
Hey, bro, trust me, man. I'm definitely
Real
gonna
niggas in
shout
the
out
room,
people.
man.
That's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel the vibe.
Real niggas in the room. Hey.
acting like it's my turn now. Where's the goal? Gotta pass it now. 200 on the pole. I don't know if I should take that route or find a different one. 3055 was the holder, one and none. That's the bus route from the middle school days. Had to make it that way cause you paid no one attention if you gotten round it. And I wasn't trying to miss that old route yet. If I missed the bus, then I had to walk through LIB, and you know that that's a bus. I don't know if I should trust anyone in my vicinity. Wonder if they feeling me. Wonder if the centipede has 100 legs that he could stand on. I don't stand alone. I just hit him with the damn dome. Crush a hole. I don't have to bust your nose, but I do proper. I don't even know if there is a located chopper in the vicinity that been propelling at my rate. I don't know if they been wondering just why I'm irate. I think I come from different sides. Wait, he ended the beat.
Ripping, bro. Come on, look. What you talking about? What you talking about?
Okay.
You coming with it?
He coming with that
Come on with that fire, man. Yo, man. Shout out to Luke, man. Cool
Shout out to
Luke.
Luke.
Cool hand Luke, what's up,
Cool
man?
hand Luke, boy, doing the thing,
What's
bro.
up?
You know?
We live, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Okay. I might get down to the
Look, a little more
R&B.
classy vibe for you.
man.
Get them keys. Shout out Noble Blues one time.
yeah.
Producing on these motherfuckers. It's all
Shout out
Noble
to
Blues.
everybody. It's on Facebook Live. Lee, I see you, boy.
Who are you live over there?
Caleb. I call him Khalid, but Caleb, super player from the Heat, man. You already know. Shout out to my bro.
Hey, okay.
They feeling the vibe right
Let me
now.
see if I can tell her. My voice a little bit gone though from yesterday. Though.
Trash. Manal was killing it on stage. That's why.
Yeah.
Throat coat.
I don't know this guy.
I'm trying to get that check, I'm sorry.
It's alright, we gonna find something. We gonna find something.
Go find something right too. It's a knocking over there, bro. Pass me a knocking, bro. Knocking.
No, I'm straight. I don't feel like getting up. I get. I'm sorry. I'm trash.
roller.
I
He
do it on
trashing
purpose.
things.
Don't worry. That's just me. That's me.
Hey, okay.
I'm like that, man.
It's like an older Cuddy vibe there.
Get them with the vibe.
Baby, what you wanna say right now? Anything you like, baby, we could get down. Say, baby, won't you roll around? Loving your body right now. Cause baby, I be loving how you doing what you doing. Sexing in the morning, baby, yeah, you know we screwing. I can't take you home, anything you want, let's do it. Baby, if you wanna roll with me, how you moving? So I tell her like, go on, make that ass move, make it do what I want, say, go on, make that ass do what I want. So I tell her like, flip that ass, make it go on the pole. Anything you want, baby, we could just go. Music in my veins, yeah, nigga gon' roll. Anything you want, baby, we could get it going. I got the bag, got the money right now. Pussy nigga wanna suck me, hit him not down. Anytime you want it, baby, let go. I love it, got that form for a show. Got that V6 rolling, hear me rolling, a nigga strolling. Fuck your pussy, nigga, if you wanna see me, dog, nigga strolling. Got your bitch on my dick, now I'm talking shit like she rolling. Anything you want, baby, we can just hold it. So back to the singing, now I'm pippin' on this beat. And you wanna see me, dog, but you couldn't even see me. That shit rolled on this beat. I could do it a cappella, have her singing so sweet. In my ear, I'm a young fella, ayy.
Fucking ate it whole. Damn.
Hey,
fam.
anything you want, we can do it with no beat. A nigga gonna sing. Got my dog Andy and Cool Louie. We be rolling, getting high. Stay, extra fly. Young nigga know that I stay with money on my mind. Baby, let me just show you how I grind. Oh, grind. Hey.
Yo, y'all can come back here anytime.
Appreciate it.
Y'all
bro.
are a content gold mine. We gonna have mad clips on
Yo,
this
I keep
shit.
telling people, dog.
Hey, man, we vibe, bro.
Sometime here, bro, sit at the crib, dog. It be funny, dog.
We do this, bro.
I say, bro, we need to just put a camera somewhere and forget about that bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to basically upgrade the setup in here to have 3 permanent installed cameras that can
Catch
run
real
live for
moments,
YouTube.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You could just cut it on
podcast.
at a time and don't even tell them it's here, bro. That's how you get that real.
Yeah,
real
keep an
vibe.
intern in the corner, just hitting the switch to bounce between the cameras. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
That'd be dope, man.
Oh yeah, man. I like it, man. I love the vibe here, bro.
I appreciate it, yo.
Definitely, man.
You welcome to come to any one of the shows too, man. Every Tuesday, man, at Iguanas.
Yeah, man.
Every Tuesday at
I got
Iguanas?
some. I can't tell no. I only been telling.
I'ma have to
listen,
put that down.
You gotta hold it down real quick, though. Let me just announce this, man. I'm not gonna tell nobody about what's about to happen, but everybody just keep praying for me. And if you praying against me, I'm praying against you, and I just gotta be honest about that. I got to, but the shit that's on the way, dog, like it's looking so good.
It's all love, man.
Yeah, man.
We met. The thing is, like his project, man.
Henny and Gold Chains, man.
Henny and Gold
It
Chains.
sound like a rap album, don't it?
Right.
I like what you did there.
I look like a rapper, don't
You know what? This is gonna work.
And that's
This
why.
is gonna work for that
Everybody,
reason.
listen, everybody,
Yeah.
now check it though. Everybody keep telling me like, oh, you need to change your image, you need to change this and change. I'm like, bro, like,
Yo, just the way you started that sentence, I don't even care because you clearly aren't influenced by it. So
definitely not. Because the thing is, it's like, I gotta be true to me. Like, I didn't grow up on all this like new tight clothes shit and all that other shit. Like, we wore big clothes back in the day, but I like the form.
hey,
fit
trust
shit.
me, I was walking down addicts with them fat ass dickies.
Yeah,
bro.
you already know big 5X t-shirts and shit. Like, I wore a 2X.
Yo,
back in
you
the
don't
day,
want to
bro.
see the pictures.
Running,
Run
trying to give me that neck.
You don't want to see the picture.
that neck.
Listen,
Yo, but I look more
I
silly
seen
in
the
that
picture
shit.
of me and him when we was in the.
Look,
I was
picture
in-
me though.
Hey, I was in Hollandale. I was in Hollandale band. I was in Hollandale high school band. Shout out to Hollandale, man. I'm Chargers, man. Real talk. You know, John Line. Hey, don't be a hater.
Yo, my
Don't be a hater.
bus from McNichol went through to Hollandale and picked
Yeah.
up Hollandale kids before we came back here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. So shout out to Hollandale High, man. What made me, man. Hollandale, what made me, man. Danny is what raised me. Shout out to First Street, Danny. But Hollandale is what made me. You feel me?
Hollywood, man.
Hollandale is what made me. You feel me?
I was already on beat on that.
But
Pompano.
back to this thing, man. Every Tuesday, man, I'm at Iguanas, man, in the office, man, singing this karaoke. So if y'all could come out and support that shit, I appreciate it. Come out, scream. Come
Gotta
out,
show up at some point. That
love,
sounds fun, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, it is, bro. It's fun. And it's a lot of artists that come out there. Shout out to Ronnie J. Ronnie J be shutting shit down, man. Hey, he a real good dude, real good singer, man. I'm waiting on Wayne D to come out there. He always work every 24.
I work, man.
Hey, I can relate to that. I mean, my schedule all over the place.
Yeah. But, hey, I'm ready for my grill, but listen.
Oh yeah, no one can hear that.
Pitbull, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. Pitbull. He didn't say that.
But nah, dude, like,
Yo, if Pitbull is listening to this,
Hey man, if he did,
Yo,
if
shout
he,
out,
you know,
Pitbull.
shout out to Pitbull, man. You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to
Mr.
Pitbull,
International.
man.
I'm
That's
trying
real.
to get the check, Pitbull.
Trying to get that
I'm just
check.
trying to get some free Miami.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
See,
I'm talking subs, you talking grill, whatever you want to call
whatever
it.
you
what
want.
happened
Hey,
was-
I just
he make
want
a
free
mean Philly
sandwiches, bro.
cheesesteak. Make a mean Philly cheesesteak.
Well, it's open 24 hours up 441, so I work a studio
you
hours,
go.
you know what I mean? 5 a.m. I'm like, fuck, I need to eat something.
Yeah, your boy
I
Master
go to
Chef.
Pitbull's spot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, just go there, man. Don't come
That's
to my
for sure.
store because I'm never there.
Shout out to the Indians that run
Trash.
that spot, though. That's not one of the Miami grills. That's actual Miami subs.
Yeah.
See, if you in Florida,
Mine's
you know the
just
difference
original
between
Miami
Miami
Grill
Grill and
and
Miami
Miami
subs.
Subs.
In the hood,
Yeah.
you still find Miami Grill. I mean, Miami
Miami
subs.
Subs, yeah.
Not everywhere else, like the airports, all that is Miami, Grill.
yeah. They changed it up.
I started at original Miami Subs. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They changed it. Somebody bought it out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did a
I've
rebrand,
been
but
through corporate
in the hood,
office,
you still
you know.
find the regular ass Miami subs.
Because you know they ain't upgrading shit in the hood.
They got it's so much new stuff there,
It's,
bro.
it's more honest though.
Yeah,
That's how I
it's
see
true.
it.
Hey man, but
Because it's the same
Yeah,
shit.
'cause
I'm trying to get this man out here on. I took him to the office one time on my birthday, bro.
I work hard.
And this man, like, he took off for me and everything on my
Boy's
birthday. And dog, this man came out to the show and started
Damn,
dancing, bro. He stopped they threw money at him. And we was at the strip club.
Did he pick it up?
Nah,
Nah,
we let the
man,
stripper
I let
have. We ain't
strippers
like that. We don't
in.
care about no money. You feel me?
I
Money
mean,
is
like,
money.
it was nice, the song that I picked, that he was vibing to the song and me singing, but then when I actually started performing and singing as being me, but being Usher, because I did Usher, You Make Me Wanna. And I felt like it was the right track because of the vibe that we were in at the club.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And like, I was like, oh man, I can kill this track vocally. And I'm like,
For
I can
sure.
dance to it because, you know, I'm a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Naturally.
Dancer.
So, like, you can see that video on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Me going in at the office, man. It was a nice vibe, man. I had
sure.
to turn up for the birthday.
But bro, gonna come to Iguanas and shut that shit down. We shut. Listen, we shut everything down. 2019. I'm not even the type of person that say this our year and all that other stuff. Like, we just moving in silence and keep praying and just keep.
I like that a lot
moving.
because
Yeah.
I definitely I'm an overthinker, but I'll definitely get in my head about like people saying shit like, "Yo, this is my year."
Yeah.
I'll just be
Yeah.
like, "Man, you setting yourself
Nah,
up.
man,
What the
I
fuck
just
you
tell
doing?"
people
Do you like
continue.
have some patience? Number
Yeah.
one, like you gotta understand that if you want to build something real, something magical,
Take time.
you gotta have 5 years of bullshit grinding before you
Yeah.
even start doing the real
Real
grind.
shit.
Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
Get in, it's
It's
more work.
It's gonna be
Like,
full steam trucks ahead, bro. You can't
Trust
stop.
me, like people gonna know what Minds Wide Open is eventually because I'm playing the long game.
Yeah.
I'm about this brand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like the
what it is
vibe
about
that you
branding.
like in here, and my gratitude for you being here is
For
all
sure.
the Minds Wide Open existence. Like this is just like a form of conversation with,
For sure,
with,
for
with the
sure.
audience and the community. But at the end of the day, you can see how I operate, and it's quite consistent.
Yeah. And that's what it is, dog. That's another thing too, is about consistency. Never giving up on your dreams. Don't give up on nothing. Never give up on your dreams. It's not gonna come easy. You're gonna have a lot of sleepless nights.
But the more you do it, the more you're going to figure out how to do it. If you sit there
Exactly.
telling yourself,
Exactly.
yo, there's no way I could accomplish that
Yeah.
because of the position I'm in, then you don't know the 26 stepping stones that are the positions
But
that
that's
you
the thing, you
could
can't tell
use
yourself
to
you
get.
can't either though. You can't say the funny thing is my son today, dog. That's the funny thing. We were playing soccer, and I was telling him.
Shout out to Cam Bam.
He was playing football too, and I was trying to teach him how to shake. And he was like, "I can't." And I told him like, "Nah, don't ever tell yourself you can't
That's
do
not a
nothing."
word.
I said you could do anything you want, anything you put your mind to, anything you grind to, you get it. It's work. You just young right now, so you not understanding fully yet. But that's the thing, like, sometimes you just have to be put in an uncomfortable position in order to grow.
Yo,
Exactly.
congrats on being a good pops. That's rare.
Yeah, man. He is
Like,
good.
who the
Shout
fuck-
out to the fathers out here who really
Seriously,
trying to
yo,
be fathers.
but like, imagine your pops telling you at the youngest of age, like, yo, you can literally do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like,
do
I can't
anything, man.
imagine what that would do
Yeah,
to me.
you could do
Yeah.
anything, bro.
That's
anything.
insane.
I'm
That's
always tell him I'll never shoot down anything you want to do, even if it flop. I'm going, as long as it ain't robbing, stealing, and killing, and it's positive, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I am, man. That's why, like I said, I fuck with Wayne, because Wayne always been, if it's positive, he on it. Forget
Gotta
the
be,
negativity. Forget the negative bullshit. Like,
Keep that trash over there.
bro, I noticed, like, if you put yourself out of position from negative people, more blessings seem to just come and roll your way.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
called gratitude, man.
Bro,
that's what
listen.
it comes down to.
Humble. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my story because he was a
Run
part
it,
of it.
run it.
Last year, man, was a blessing for me, and it also was so sad because I lost some close people in my life. But
Is it? I'm sorry to interrupt.
no,
but
it's
is it me or was that like this past year just been intense with
what?
Deaths,
like
bro.
loss?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo,
man.
I feel like
Oh, man.
there's maybe it's just the age we're at or something, but like
yeah.
it seems
but
like the past
it's a
year in
lot.
particular, all of us have just dealt with like
I just really feel like it's more so a war on us, on the young, because you got to think about it. If they kill the youth, what happens is it doesn't create a future.
Yeah.
So if I take, okay, it started with the 80s, if you want to say the crack epidemic.
The war on drugs.
All right, so let's eliminate all that. You know, we're killing a whole bunch of people, and then basically that ended up us not being raised the proper way on how probably people back in the 70s and 60s was raised. You feel what I'm saying?
do you
On
think it's
morals and standards.
counterproductive to talk about the source of that?
No,
Because I
I
truly
don't think
believe
it is.
all right, so I have a very storied past of researching conspiracies, I guess you could say.
We all do.
Fair, because we all know that there's some shit going on.
Listen,
There's shit going on.
it's a lot of shit going on.
All right,
That's
so
why I said
one
feel
thing
it's
I
a
want to
war
fight
on us.
is the negative connotation of
Yeah.
the word conspiracy.
Yeah, it's not.
Theorists.
Yeah.
That should not have a negative connotation. Conspiracies exist.
Yes, there.
If you look up the word conspiracy and see the definition, you
out
go,
Neil.
"Oh yeah, conspiracies
It does-
definitely
it does
exist."
exist.
So a conspiracy theorist is someone who is
But you
theorizing
know what
a
they call
conspiracy.
that? Conspiracy? The odds that be. That's what they call it. The odds that
The
be.
odds that be. Help me understand that.
Like, more so, like, when people say they. When people be like, oh, they killed him. Oh, they did this. And they, basically, y'all pretty much acknowledging who it is. That's like in Harry Potter. Y'all know
He who
Lord
must not be
Voldemort-
named.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's like a ghost that we're chasing. But I really more so feel like it is a war on us.
But see, that the problem is it's not a ghost because we have mad evidence.
Yeah, but who don't have evidence of spiritual beings?
No, I'm talking about the
But-
CIA, bro.
No, but this is what I'm trying to. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Who doesn't have evidence of there being ghosts? We see it all the time. You see spiritual things happening all the time. We have evidence of it, but some people choose to believe it and some people choose not to.
Absolutely,
So
but
that's
that
why
comes
you
down
could
to
put it as
one's
a
own
ghost
ego.
theory. Yeah,
But there's a lot of other things at play that make it still worth it to put that information out there.
Yeah, for
A
sure.
lot of the times, it's not even that you're putting the information out there. It's that you're letting someone else know, hey, I'm not afraid to say that I believe in this.
yes, that's true.
Because a lot of people are just trying to make you afraid to say you believe in this shit.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
feel like you're gonna
I'm going
die.
to tell you a fucking fact. I've seen videos.
I feel like you're gonna die.
I feel like that too.
It's just playing. You feel like you're
Neil's
gonna die.
stupid.
I feel like
What he said?
that's exactly what it is.
Trashington.
Chashington fun little-
Shout out to
Yo.
my boy Neil.
Yo.
Shout out to Neil, man.
I don't know what's still up or not, but like you can look up videos on YouTube where it's literally a video posted by this random OG from like I don't remember the exact whether this one was specifically from LA or it might have been from like a more Middle Eastern hood area.
Yeah.
But I remember a very specific video that I watched that was kind of like the last straw on the camel's back as far as okay, this is what they're doing.
Right.
It was an OG who you could tell was like he did some shit, but is more on the positive vibe, not on like positive vibe,
Yeah.
but like he's trying to be the better influence as far as OGs in the hood are concerned. And he basically is like, yo, look at this shit. Look at this shit. And he walks out to an alleyway where there's crates and crates of guns that the CIA definitely just came and left in the middle of the hood.
Yeah.
Listen, bro.
Gee, I wonder what
It's
they
a
were
war.
doing. I wonder
Listen,
why they did that.
It's a war. Listen, it's a war
doing.
on the youth. They don't want us
That's
to
the
have
epitome of a war on the youth.
But that's what I'm
They
trying
don't
to tell
want
you.
us to have a future.
They don't want us to have a future. So with them not wanting to have a future, it's called population control. It's deep.
Definitely.
It's deeper
but
than rap.
my issue is with the people who heard what I just said right now and go, "Psh,
That's
that's not
crazy.
even, there's no
Nah,
chance.
yeah,
There's no
look
chance.
at it.
Listen, bro.
I'm
Because
looking
we
at
get
you right now
programmed.
saying, bro, it's not
Wake
just
up.
a chance.
That's all
Wake
you
up.
just saying. Wake up.
Like,
That's it. Wake up.
I say this with love. Like, we're going to be okay, but we have to be aware to do
Aware,
that.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
To stay alive.
Think about it. Check it out. You well, you don't watch movies that much, but you seen Get Out?
I haven't.
You haven't seen Get
I've been
Out?
shit on for not seeing it, actually.
Yo.
Well,
Which,
I mean,
for the record, if you're ever trying to get somebody to do something, don't shit on them because they're not going to do it.
exactly.
I probably would have seen it by now if that person didn't shit on me.
Probably. Don't shit on them.
I feel like with everything that's going on in the world, Jordan Peele is giving people warning. You know what I'm saying? With the movies that he's creating, because I'm telling people it's different. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm trash. I'm a punk when it comes to horror movies. I let females know that now. On
He
the
be
live,
screaming and shit.
I don't scream. I just don't enjoy the movie.
I don't even watch it.
I don't. My
That's
mind,
just not my thing.
mind
I'm
is
too
just-
empathetic. I could see. I feel like people don't understand the difference between others, right?
Yeah.
So like, some people will look at you like, "Yo, you can't even deal with this." They don't understand how you're experiencing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
that's
Some
what
of
it
us
is.
are really
It's
empathic.
perspective on
Some
it.
of us could put ourselves so deeply in the shoes of what we're watching that we can't deal with it, while others, they just see it as like a third person thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But-
I'm
sorry,
like,
that's a
damn,
tangent. That's a
why
tangent.
would you put yourself through that? Run. You know, like I'm the one that talk.
No, but like I
You
can
know,
tell
oh,
you're
Lord.
empathetic.
Yeah,
Just the way
I'm
you
like, come
behave,
on, man.
and like just the way you behave, and like I guess maybe there's a tinge of bias in knowing that you were so surrounded by females and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It shows me that you're probably like in tune with what you're actually feeling,
Exactly.
which is number one, the most healthy fucking thing there is. But on top of that, other people who are less healthy look at you like you crazy when you can experience the things that they experience because you're actually putting yourself in the shoes of the victim at that moment.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think
that's what
about
it
that
is for
stuff,
you.
dog. I think about that stuff. Like,
You're
dude,
experiencing that
I
shit
would
in a
be
different
honest
way
with
you.
than
What would I do if
some
I
people
went
are
through
sitting
that?
there enjoying it because they can't do that.
I don't watch
My spirit
movies when
can't
it
take
comes down
I just
to like
don't even watch
like
anything
no
like
spirit
that.
like if
like
it,
Saw and
it's
shit.
like Conjuring and stuff like that. No, I'll watch like stuff like the suspense like where dudes
I
get
like
ripped in
sci-fi
half.
based suspense.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a reason to think about this
I
shit.
could take that. I can't take all that spirit stuff. I'm real. You know, but they say woke nowadays, but it's just I'm not no dummy. I live in reality. I don't live in a fantasy world. Like only reason why I use really social media is for like my platform of music.
I really wonder, and I want to tell myself the same thing a lot of the times, but I really wonder if I wasn't trying to build a brand, what my social media would actually look
You
like.
probably wouldn't be.
I don't know.
I really
That might
feel
be
like
true.
You
I
never
really
know.
feel
It
like
might be
social
true. It might
media.
not.
Social
It
media
might not.
kind of helped in a way, but it also kind of messed up a lot of other things that we don't want to talk about.
Here's how I see it, though. It's growing pains.
Yeah.
You know what it is at the end of the day is a swing of the pendulum. The pendulum was over here. Now it's got to be over here for a little bit. But guess what? It's going to find that magic sweet spot.
Oh yeah.
The thing
gap
is,
between.
we needed just to have to look at ourselves.
Right.
The reason people hate social media right now is the same reason that people hate watching video of themselves or listening to their own voice when they're not used to that, because they cringe at the fact of self-awareness. They cringe at seeing other people's perspectives of them.
You being in the spotlight.
And guess what? Social media is that at mass
Max
scale.
Yeah.
So what's really happening right
Watch
now
what you put out.
is all of civilization is getting a mirror held up to it.
Right.
It's not a bad thing. It's a painful thing.
Yeah,
because
it's
we got to
actually
look at
showing
ourselves and go, fuck.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's growth.
It's a necessary
I was gonna
growth.
say that, dog.
Privacy is going to be gone someday, and we are all going to be better for it. But it's not comfortable.
No. Now check this. Somebody made a statement like even when it comes down to music and everything else, if it's a lobster when it's growing, what happens is and it starts molting, it starts to feel uncomfortable in its shell. And once it starting to feel uncomfortable in the shell, it sheds that shell. So I always tell people, like, if you ever feel like real uncomfortable in a situation, but it's something that you really want to do, keep going at it. Because the fact of the matter is like, it's going to be uncomfortable. And then it's going to become comfortable where you see you reaping the benefits. It got to be uncomfortable for the blessing to come around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Discomfort is the breeding grounds of growth.
Yes.
That's what you're saying
Because
right
the ground
there.
has to be actually shaken, moved around, hold. It has to be
It's so
uprooted.
logical, though. Like,
Yeah.
if you're comfortable, what is it that you need to change?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Exactly.
I never get comfortable, ever. I'm
Yo.
never comfortable.
If you catch me in that spot, let me know. If you see me like, yo, cool hand, you're looking pretty comfortable right now. I'll be like, fuck, all right. It's time to go out to the Amazon and go fight a gator and do some ayahuasca or something. you know
Oh,
what I mean?
shit.
If I see you comfortable, I'm gonna be like, you chilling? Yeah.
No. We don't chill around here.
I remember you said that, so I know how to
Let's
take
get
it.
lit. No. We be vibing though. But yeah, man, it's generational curse, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But it is.
I don't like the word curse.
I
I
don't-
don't like the connotation of that.
Okay. Well,
Because that sounds like some shit you can't shake, you know what I mean?
That's
Like-
true.
Yeah. Okay, we can.
This
shake
is
it, but we
I
gotta-
like growing pains because that explains exactly what's happening. It hurts, but it's for the better.
Exactly. You got to go through that pain just for you to find, like, the price of fame.
Ooh. That's a
It's-
deep one too.
The price of fame. A lot of people are hinged on it. I'm hinged on it too because of what it takes.
See,
And-
the thing about the price of fame is
What is the price of fame?
The real people who
whatever
pay
you
for their
willing to
fame
do.
are at the very tippy top, right?
Yeah.
So the tippy top people are like, let's just say, for argument's sake, that there's 50 of them.
Right.
They come from a pool of 400,000, and everyone in the 400,000 is going, I'll make it to the 400,000 spot and I'll chill there. And then when they hit to that number one spot, it's like, no, a lot of people are going for it, but a lot of people aren't. You know what I mean? So it's, number one, did you intend to even get there? Because if that's what you were really doing, then you really need to suck it up and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And learn from the experience. But then you have like your M&Ms, for example. He didn't probably think he was going to get as big as he did. And he seems genuinely bitter about it. Genuinely bitter about it. Like, no one ever seemed as angry at their fans in life as Eminem to me. And I feel like if he felt differently about it, he could almost be a different person in our eyes right now. He might be more of a savior than just like that crazy white guy.
Yeah.
But I think he's a genius at the same level.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that at all.
Yeah.
It's more so of
Look at, I'm a white rapper, bro. He gave me permission.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So
He opened that door, man. He opened that door, man, and it's a blessing that his music came out when it did. As crazy as it was, it made you think.
It was right on time, though. It was right on time for that particular time. It
what's
was
better
right
than
on
what
time.
makes you think?
Yeah. You just wonder what the fuck he talking about. That's what it is. You're like, what the fuck this nigga
What was he going through?
Well,
But that's the
yeah,
thing
like,
for any artist.
It make
know
you
what I'm saying?
realize, like, our cultures are so different
Yeah.
in so many different ways. We all have things that kill us. But, I mean, for the most part, what people don't understand, and I might get in trouble for saying this, I really don't care.
Man, welcome to Minds Wide Open. Fuck.
Okay, but, like, we don't understand, like, if we love each other and care about each other and learn how to actually come together, we could overthrow this whole New World Order conglomerate, all that other bullshit. Because the system, basically, because the thing is what we do is we take shots at each other, throwing each other under the bus. Oh, I'm going to rip you down to get gain, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that to get, clout. And it's like, why do that when it take 5 fingers to make a fist? You feel me? You can't knock nobody out with 1 finger.
Yo.
You could just point and blame, but you can't knock nobody out with a finger. But if you make the fist, you could damn sure hit them with a blow.
I'm still trying to learn how to do a push-up with 1 finger. I don't think it'll happen.
all right.
Yo, but
Bruce Lee.
I might be a little too chunky.
Bruce Lee, 1 finger push up.
Heavy meatballs.
not 1 finger fucking knockout. You ever see him punch somebody across the room with 1 finger? That shit was scary.
Bam.
But yo, in the words of like Gary Vee, there's 2 ways to have the biggest tower in town: to build the biggest tower in town, or to tear down everyone else's tower. And that's what you're talking about, is like the people trying to tear down everyone else's tower versus the people just trying to build a bigger tower.
Yeah.
That's what it really comes down
Come
to.
together, people. Peace, love, and happiness, man.
But do you want to know why I'm really not worried about this though? Why I'm not worried about anything is we're in the part of a cycle that is about to be exactly what we need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The precession of the equinox is the cycle. You familiar with this? 25,600 or 800, 25,600 years about is how long it takes. It is a wobble in the Earth's axis. So we do this, and that takes 26,000 years about.
Okay.
And every time that happens, the polar magnetic poles of the planet flip, which directly is affecting the electromagnetic field of the planet, which, whether a lot of people want to understand this or not, scientifically proven, connects directly to our consciousness and our brains and affects how all Earthlings behave, not just humans, but everything that lives on Earth.
So what you think? They're going to wild out?
So what this is something we've gone through before. We've lost a lot of our history, but there's a lot of remnants if you're willing to like connect the dots. And this cycle has 4 major points. Like, imagine just like it's split into 4 different points. At each A, B, C, and D, there's a shift in consciousness, right? So like, say point A, we're super conscious, we're all like spiritual and vegans and like next level, and we can live infinite, not literally infinite, but like if you ever wonder why biblical texts have people that lived hundreds of years,
it
it wasn't a typo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't preservatives.
Like people literally, I believe, lived hundreds of years. Like
Yeah.
our civilization has been around for millions of years. We just got wiped out and kind of survived, and then we lost all the information we had. But what really happens is this cycle comes around, and at point A, which we hit around 2013, once again for the first time in 26,000 years, we start to super gain consciousness and grow and awaken into what was the earliest version of the Egyptian ancients, for example. Like if you watch ancient Egypt, they started off masters of everything, and we didn't understand where they come from, and none of it makes sense. And then over time, their civilization
It's the
literally
original people.
declines.
It's the
All right,
original.
everybody.
Over 5,000 years, they get less and less advanced.
So I'm finna go off of Facebook Live. It's been real.
Yo, shout out to the Facebook
Shout out to
Live,
everybody.
though.
Tell them where they can find you again.
Mine's Wide Open Media. Follow us.
You already know what time it is, bro. BJay was on the scene.
Gang,
Holla at your
gang.
boy, man. We'll see y'all later. Peace out.
But basically, the decline of that civilization aligns perfectly with this cycle. You know what I mean? Point C, when we start losing consciousness and everybody starts going to war and turns into barbarians again, that's when the ancient Egyptians started declining. There's like a bizarre anthropological awareness of how their civilization worked, and it doesn't make sense. But I'm on a hell of a tangent right now, so I'm going to digress.
Good, man. Yeah, we probably gonna make a move.
Most def.
Definitely gonna make that move.
Let me find a track to go out on here. You know that mic, just for the record.
You gotta go out.
And
You gotta
dope-
go
dope
out to that.
Rugrats shirt for
You
the
gotta
record.
go out to that Wayne D.
If you only listening to the audio right now,
Check it out.
Wayne D is rocking this crazy ass Rugrats shirt.
Rugrats. Dun, 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 dun. How'd it go again?
No, you had it.
Dun, 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 dun. No.
Yo, this has been.
You gotta go
Minds
out to
Wide
that
Open
Wayne D
podcast,
featuring
man.
BJay, man. Without you, man, that's what you gotta go out.
Yo,
to,
shout out
man.
whatever you need to shout out. What's your IGs and all that?
IG, the Wayne D Experience, man. Go find it, man. You'll find a wonderful page that's full of life, fun, and
Yo,
stupidity.
I can second that, if you will. I follow, so that's
Yes, definitely.
definitely
Follow
true.
back.
Hey,
You,
man.
JB?
Check me out on Instagram _BJAY23, man. Check me every Tuesday at Cafe Going to Ponds. Funny thing is they just commented on my video on Instagram, man, and they loving it, man.
That's what's up.
Shout out to the new things that's coming. I'm so quiet about a lot of things because
Ooh, we are very
That
learning to
time is
be-
over.
Yeah, we.
Okay,
Oh, it's
you know,
coming. Oh, it's coming.
time.
I gotta be quiet about it because listen.
Man, enough of that mystique shit.
No,
That's
no.
that secret
Hey, man,
perfectionism
listen.
shit I'm talking about.
Nah, listen, I really believe, check it out, I really believe in being quiet about certain things because you never know who, I know the people that I have told, they're not praying against me and they want what's best for me.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody's negative mind to basically think
Him
like
with anything, yeah.
anything to mess my energy
You
up
should
on that.
feel like it shouldn't even matter.
Nah,
Yeah, he getting there.
I
He's
feel
there.
like it doesn't matter.
You'll get there, cause
But-
you know what, But to be fair, what's forced me into that is I know that there's one person out
Yeah.
there wishing ill on me,
Yeah.
and you know what?
I'm just gonna.
I
keep
feel
going,
free
keep
because of
climbing.
that.
Yeah.
I feel free because
Yeah.
I know. Okay,
Still got love.
now I have to be all about me.
Yeah.
There's no other option. But I'm sorry. Go on. Cafe Iguana though. Tuesdays, motherfucker.
Tuesdays,
Somebody
man.
need to show up at that. I'm gonna show up in one of those.
You gotta show up one of them, man.
Y'all
I
show
shut
up to
shit
that
down,
420
man.
party on Saturday.
Y'all show
man.
yeah, 420.
Go on my IG, the Wayne D Experience, man, and get them tickets. Hit me up. They $20, man. The
For
party's
sure.
gonna be lit.
Lit,
Live
lit.
DJ Diesel gonna be there. Shout out to Pick, president of THG.
Yo,
Just
shout out
making
to
sure we
Pick.
get all of
Shout
this
out Pick.
together, man. You already know it's gonna be lit. Also, don't forget that album is on iTunes right now. Wayne D,
Yo.
the Cosmic Funk.
Cosmic
His name
Funk,
album.
yo.
The Love Chronicles is coming soon. We bringing something new. 99 Jam. Shout out to DJ Herc and Entice. They're definitely
Hercules.
gonna.
Hey,
Yeah,
shout
that's
out.
my people, man.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Yeah.
people.
I've
right
been
there,
following
man.
her for a while. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
know-
yeah, man.
I've been
Oh, her
waiting to
birthday-
know somebody
her
that
birthday
knew.
passed just passed.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah,
birthday
yeah,
to
yeah.
her
Happy
too, man.
birthday,
Happy
DJ
birthday
Hercules.
to her again.
I've been like waiting to meet somebody that knows her. I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
that's
She cool people too, bro.
for some reason I've been like aware of her for too long. It
Yeah.
felt like the universe. You know
Try
what
to
I'm
get an
saying?
interview, man. Try to
Yeah,
get an interview with her,
I got
man.
you, man. Yeah, we try to get her to come in.
Most
Shout out
definitely.
to DJ Tight, man, who be playing all the shit over there at Cafe Iguana, man. Shout out to Fat and Funny. Shout out to motherfucking everybody who been supporting, man. Shout out
Supporting
to
all of us, yeah.
the whole THG fam, man. Everybody who just been, flooding timeline with love, man.
You already know.
And we really do appreciate that shit, man. We come from humble beginnings. We not no cocky ass niggas.
Yeah.
Like, even when we make it, I know for a fact nothing gonna change. All the love still gonna be there.
Yo,
You know
I
what
can
I'm saying?
vouch for the tremendous energy in the room, dog.
For sure.
You
honestly.
already know. You feel it.
So
man.
I genuinely appreciate you gentlemen for being
Yeah,
here
I know,
today.
man.
We
Thank you for
appreciate
having us,
too,
bro.
for the platform, man.
Yeah,
Man, it's nothing.
Always.
You let me know whatever clips you need.
Oh,
Gotcha.
man, definitely.
This has been Minds Wide Open Podcast,
Yo.
episode 24 with Wayne D and
Yo.
BJay.
Yo.
I thank you for listening, and I love you.
It's been real, love, bro.